Hello everyone, happy Tuesday, happy Monday, and it is here, we are here for silver for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Baku. It's the only circuit on the Formula 1 calendar which is under sea level as well, which I did not say that nugget last night, so yeah, you learn something new every day, or be if you've listened to the streams before, you would know that that's basically what I say every time. I also say about Bahrain only raining 12 days a year as well, which is, I gotta say, I need to find some more interesting tidbits, don't I really? But there you go. Anyway, we are here for round 8 then, a silver, and season 2, and it's been a cracking season so far, hasn't it? And I gotta say, I'm in a bit of a grumpy mood today, as I've had to spell out Azerbaijan, as normally it does it for me, but unfortunately for some reason tonight it hasn't done it, so yes, I'm a bit on the ragey side. Anyway, yep, enough about me and my personal problems. Let's get on to the racing, shall we? We're here, as I said, in Azerbaijan then for the race around Baku at City Central. Incredible, isn't it? Two very difficult races right off the bat, isn't it? In the last couple of events, isn't it? Goodness me, you've had Monaco and Azerbaijan in two successive races. That's a very difficult thing to achieve, isn't it? So let's see how things are going in the state of play in the drivers and the constructors standing. And at the moment, we have Dan Murphy still leading the World Championship by 39 points, and from Pillars, who is second. And I think the Pillars then, who was after a difficult Monaco Grand Prix, did lose ground in the championship there for the first time, I think, since he became a full-time Ferrari driver. V Todd on a fantastic season in third position, isn't he? He showed some promise last season, but this season he's really delivering in the races. Fantastic. The bronze champion, New Potato, then is currently in fourth. He dropped down a position, unfortunately. Gurman's fantastic drive last time out is elevated him to fifth in the driver's stand as well. Serious Mushroom is, as he was earlier on, he is in sixth position. Unfortunately, Serious Mushroom's great start to the season is kind of tailing off slightly. Shane is down in 7th position. Ghost Recon is in 8th, and he's up 2 positions. Jake Wilson dropping down 2 as well. Mark Smeller, what a drive in Monaco. He has propelled himself into the top 10 of the world driver standings, and he's got a nice gap now between himself and Andre as well. In the relegation zone, it is 3 drivers who haven't scored a point so far this season. It is Flea, Kingzo and Razor. All of them haven't scored a point yet. Can they turn it around? That is going to be the question of the day, isn't it? And in the constructors as well, let's take a quick look at them, shall we, before we get into the race event itself. And in the constructors, Mercedes got a healthy lead at the moment of 30 points. Dan Murphy's been doing a lot of the work for Mercedes, but Kingzone has returned tonight, hasn't he? And it'd be interesting to see how we get on then. How Kingzone gets on, I should say. Sorry, I've got a bit of wind coming. We got Ferrari in second, then they have Ferrari and AlphaTauri, both Italian teams, albeit after Sunday at Monza. I think we've got a new top Italian team, haven't we? Cracking stuff out from AlphaTauri and Pierre Gasly. I got to say, one of the best race wins you'll ever see. Amazing stuff. And couldn't happen to a nice cigar after a very tough couple of months there for Pierre. Anyway, going back to the constructors, yeah, Ferrari now second with AlphaTauri dropping down to third then. And then Racing Point is in fourth position as well. 4 points separates Ferrari, AlphaTauri and Racing Point. It's nip and tuck, isn't it? Tuck, I don't know. Tuck. Haas in 5th position, they're up 2 positions. They're down 1 position is Renault, down 1 position is Alfa Romeo as well. Red Bull then are in 8th position, McLaren in 9th, and Williams in 10th position as well. And there it is. That's the constructors and drivers done. No, that's it for me. Goodbye. Anyway, yes, we are now getting on to the qualifying itself in just a jiffy. Then we are running slightly behind at the moment, but before we get into qualifying, thank you to I think it's Kreza, I think it is, who just subscribed to us. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Thank you indeed, my good man. That really makes my day, and also makes us so that we are doing a good job, so really well done indeed then. Andre, hello Andre, hope you are. We got Ayrton as well. Hello Sean there, and also with a lovely kiss as well. Hello Ayrton. Mwah. We got Gio saying yo. We've got Ben Stauff saying hello. I hope you're well. I think that I can't remember seeing you in the comments before. Lovely stuff indeed there. Great to have new commenters there. Absolutely brilliant, splendid stuff indeed then. Kingzone, hey Sean, hello Kingzone, I hope you're well as well. As we said already, Kingzone is returning to the action here tonight. Lovely stuff, man. He's in the relegations at the moment. Kingzone can he get himself out and propel himself up the championship? Remember, he finished in the top half of the standards last season, so it's a bit of a shock to the system so far for Kingzone. Well, Gio saying wish I was racing today, but I can't respect that happened to me. Then we've also got Creco, I should say, who's the new subscriber. Hello, how are you? And I hope you're going to enjoy this stuff indeed. Wonder how stuff will go today then. Well, I got to say, stuff happened last night, didn't it? We'll go for that in just a jiffy, I think. We've also got Energetic saying, hey Sean, I need to sleep in 5 hours. My alarm is set. So sorry. I'll talk to you tomorrow then. No problem at all, Energetics. Toro Rosso, my Rosso, what a joke, too slow. Hashtag glassmate recruit. From Gordo as well. Oh goodness me, a very chatty bunch you are tonight. Lovely stuff indeed. Then right then, yeah, it's as I mentioned last night on the stream. Then it's a very interesting track, isn't it? You need a bit of downforce in the city section, don't you? But then it's a long blast from 16 to turn 1, isn't it? And that's where you need a slower bit of downforce as well. Then I'm sure I've seen Gio's predictions earlier on actually in the Discord. Of course, he was predicting of Dan Murphy race win. I think he predicted the Pillars getting a podium, and I can't remember who he predicted for fastest lap. Let's quickly recap, shall we, of last night as well, because last night was absolutely fantastic. It really was, wasn't it? No, sorry, last week was fantastic, not last night. Last night was a bit of a interesting one to watch, wasn't it? But yeah, last week was fantastic. Marks Mello, he got the Grand Slam in his first ever pole position, fastest lap and race win in ALR Silver. He was absolutely dominant, wasn't he? Goodness me. He was, as Hamilton said back in Spain, he was in the zone, I think Marks Mello was. He was incredible, to say the least, indeed, for Marks Mello. And let's see if he's going to break through the glass ceiling and really get himself onto a strong championship contender run. We'll find out about that then a little bit later on as well. Of course, Azerbaijan, albeit it's a street circuit, is slightly different to Monaco, albeit it is a very challenging circuit in and of its own right as well, isn't it? Another pole position we've had this season. Well, I got to say, the qualifying this season's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't it? Look at this. So we got Pillars, who's had 2 pole positions so far. Murphy's only had 1. German had 2 right off the bat, and Australia and Bahrain. Then it's Pillars in the Dutch Grand Prix and Spain as well. And then we have Murphy in Vietnam, Shane in China, and Marks Mello in Monaco as well. Lovely stuff indeed. Then. There's 6 people will KIA at the castle section. That's my bet then. I've also got Tommy saying good luck Silver as well. Lovely stuff indeed then, as Andre is the first man out on track at the moment. Andre was on course for an absolutely fantastic result in Monaco, wasn't he? Unfortunately that wasn't to be, was it? But let's see what he can do here tonight then. I did feel sorry for Andre because really this season he started off so well in Australia with a cracking podium, didn't he? But the only other point score he's had so far, Andre, is in Spain, and that was 8th position there. So let's see what Andre can do here tonight, and hopefully he can get himself some good pointage on the old scoreboard. Then 20 cars in this session then, and we are going to be losing 5 cars in this first qualifying session. We've got 18 minutes then to determine who is going to be in qualifying, who is going to be out of qualifying too. Then Andre then to go for oh goodness me, he's already tapped the Armco barrier. But as I've already mentioned in I think it was Silver last week, wasn't it, that these cars are quite strong, aren't they? Troy is retired from the session then, as is that planned? I think that might be planned. I really should have been reading Dan Murphy's review there as well, so he's not going to be too happy with me, is he? But as we're coming up now into turn 2 as well, Mark Schmoller coming out of the pits, and the MVP of last week, he was brilliant, wasn't he, Mark Schmoller? I can't say enough of how incredible Mark Schmoller, he's brilliant stuff indeed then. Benz has just said, go Shane there! Of course, as we've already mentioned, Shane has got a pole position already this season back in China, as Andre taking so much speed into turn 3, isn't it? I think he was watching Cookie last night, and his apex speed in there was frightening, to say the least. I'm glad that I raced against Cookie. Goodness me, he would absolutely cream my Cookie. Incredible stuff, isn't it? From Eat the Cookie, impressive stuff indeed there. And the man who's in the championship, albeit that was his first DNF in his gold career. So yeah, that was a shame there for Eat the Cookie, wasn't it? But this is a tough old circuit. It's a tough old cookie to crack, isn't it? And I've said Cookie way too many times. Andre coming through the most narrowest part of any circuit in the world of Formula 1. That is the castle section as well. Watch out for yellow flags there. In qualifying, we do see a lot more yellow flags than normal because people get out of the way and all that kind of stuff. We had a lot of traffic, didn't we, in Monaco just over a week ago? And Oh no, and Andre's in the wall there, and that is a big old smash indeed there, and that's out of turn 16 now, and that's a shame then. And talking of infamous, here's infamous pillars then, but that is an infamous corner. If anyone remembers Baku of 2017, the first ever Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2017. Of course, we did our race here in 2016, but that was the European Grand Prix, wasn't it? So the first ever Azerbaijan Grand Prix was 2007 technically, but yeah, of course, it was Hamilton and Vettel coming to blows, weren't they? Unfortunately, well, unfortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, because Daniel Ricciardo won that incredible race, didn't he? Anyway, his Pillars then it's gone fast at the moment, and I think Andre is going to have is limping back to the pits as well. Potato has gone second faster, 10th of a second away so far. We got Gordo in third position and in the Alfa Romeo, and good stuff indeed there for Gordo. We got V-Top there coming through the castle section as well, and navigating himself through the castle section. Lovely stuff indeed then. Murphy is out on track as well. We have also got Kingzone back in action, and Kingzone hasn't raced. The last time Kingzone raced actually in ALR for silver was way back in was China actually. So he's only had 2 starts this season, Kingzone has. So albeit he is in the drop zone, the relegation zone to bronze, he's only had 2 races so far. So do not look just too much into that, as I've already done in this session. And Sirius Mushroom there, it's in third position at the moment as well. Got yellow flags fluttering out there at the moment in the breeze. V-Top there coming out of turn 16 as well, and it's a 20-turn circuit. This one is, as he's now got DRS right on the minute. It's a completely different weather than what we had this time last night, didn't we? We had a bit of rain, didn't we? Well, it was a sprinkling of rain there, and it was continuous rain all the way through the session as well. V-Top goes full fast. It's just a whisker behind his team as well. We're on board Kingzone then, lovely over the shoulder shot in the black Mercedes, and I think that I was going to say, is this the first time Kingzone was driven in the black Mercedes? I think it is actually, isn't it? Because I think we had the update just after. No, we didn't. I think we had it in Vietnam, didn't we? So there's me just lying through my teeth there. So of course, do not believe anything I say, because it's probably a load of rubbish then. So Kingdom then, as we said, he was the most consistent runner last season, wasn't he? He was in almost every single race of silver. I think he was in every single race of silver. He appeared in all 21 races this season. He's had a very stop-start season, and so let's see what Kingdom can do then, as he is now coming onto the back straight as well then. And of course, as Tormai Rosso then is gone faster so far. Tormai Rosso seems to be blowing hot and cold as well this season, but hopefully he can get string himself a good performance here tonight. Kingdom is 8th fastest at this moment in time then, so you might be feeling a bit concerned about that. We're on board the second Mercedes now, the World Championship leader, which is Dan Murphy, of course, then. And he started off the season so well, hasn't he? But I don't think Dan Murphy has not won since round 3 in Vietnam, has he? Remember when he had pole position to checkered flag kind of performance, but since then he has been very much on the back foot in the last 4 races, hasn't he? Dan has. He's still scored in every one of those races, hasn't he? He's scored pretty decently as well. He's been on the podium twice in the last 4 races, and of course he also had a 4th position in China as well. The Dutch Grand Prix wasn't too good for him, no, unfortunately, as he had a 9th position. But yeah, even though he's having a difficult, even though I keep saying that he hasn't won the last 4 races, he's still picking up those points there, and points means prizes, doesn't it, in Formula 1, of course. It's not about getting the most wins, it's about getting the most points, isn't it? And obviously getting the most wins is probably the best way to get the most points, isn't it? But of course, you can't win them all, can you? On board with Wilson then at the moment, and he is in the Alfa Romeo then, and he has 34 points this season so far. Jake Wilson does. He's done a cracking start to this season, Jake Wilson has. He is currently 9th in the championship. He's dropped down 2 positions, but overall Wilson, I think, has done a cracking job then to that silver career. Lovely stuff indeed then, as and just taking a quick look there as well. Blair's tried to steal a potato slipstream, not to say it rather backfired. And Tommy also said, shameful Paul. Ben says, yep, shameful Paul. And as we got Gio saying, Shane fanboys. As Gio there is probably disagreeing with that, but that's what we love about Formula 1. It's about Kingdom has left the session, and that's not good at all, is it? Kingdom there is already fluttering on the as we've got a migrating host as well, as we've got a lot of people leaving the session already then, as well. When I say a lot of people, well, we've lost a couple of drivers already in the session, and not sure what's going on at the moment then, as Wilson is now gone up into 9th fastest then in the Alfa Romeo. Lovely jubbly. Andre is back out on having another bite of the cherry as well then. Yeah, that's what I love about Formula 1. It's of course we all have our own opinions, don't we? And I gotta say, Shane has had a pole position in his career before, and I love it. Really good stuff indeed then, as we got Blair saying can go 1.5 seconds seconds fast there for Gio. Currently, Gio is 11th fastest at the moment now in the Alpha Male, so he can go a lot quicker than that then. And with Kingstown currently not in the session, and he needs to get himself back in fairly pronto. We've also got Tommy saying Shane is overpowered, and Flea has gone 6th fast. That's a good time there for Flea in the Red Bull as well. As we got FIFA Beefy then, who is driving the Renault tonight as well, and good stuff to see. It's good stuff to see FIFA Beefy back in the car as well. He's had it. Oh, Gurman is having a couple of issues there. That is coming out of turn 5, I believe, the first part of the course. As someone is at the moment, the McLaren's, I think, has just gone into 11th position as Baz. And here comes Shane as well then, and the fans are going to go wild in the comments then, and Shane goes 8th fast at the moment there on a 39.5. Lovely stuff indeed then. There's Baz there in the top position. Lovely, that's absolutely cracking stuff. And Gurman unfortunately is going to have to unfortunately go around again. We're on board of Pains now, who was, I've got to say, he caused a bit of a ruckus on Facebook, didn't he? As there was a lot of, I think that there is something posted on Facebook about Pains there, and and someone saying him being a dirty driver. That is completely far from the truth, isn't it, really? Completely far from the truth? That is far from the truth, I should say. As Pains there, he's raced in ALR for quite a few races now, hasn't he? He's been ever present in silver, and he did drive in the last couple of races in gold of last season as well, didn't he, Pains? I think he's been in the Williamson ever since he started his ALR career. And yeah, just saying with Pains then, nothing I would absolutely I would say that Pains is anything but a dirty driver. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? And yep, I'll stick up for Pains as well, because he has been absolutely cracking stuff indeed then, and I think that's completely far from the truth. It's someone who's probably just overreacted in the old F1 lobbies, really, isn't it? Of course, F1 lobbies is never a place to judge anyone on their ability. That's my excuse anyway. Or be it, don't judge me on my ability during the race, during the league race either. That's why I've retired. I've hung up my controller, my pad, whatever you call it. I've hung it all up. But yeah, just going back to Pains, and yeah, Pains is a cracking driver. I don't think in ALR he has never been in anything untoward, has he, at all? Then he might have been. Don't think he's been involved in any major incidents, I don't believe. But then again, I try and stay away from the incidents there, because because I gotta say I do love a good incident or two, and I'm probably the worst person to review him. But yeah, Pains there, I am definitely on the bandwagon for Pains. I'm a big fan of Pains. I'm a big fan of all the 30 odd drivers in ALR, plus the reserves as well. So yeah, there is nothing. I would not say a bad word against Pains. He is not a dirty driver at all, and he comes up to the line as well. Let's see where this puts Pains. This puts Pains in currently 15th fast at the moment. He might need to go a bit quicker than that though, unfortunately, Pains says. But yeah, I hope I got my point across after all that yabbering around. Yeah, Pains is a good driver. He is not a dirty driver at all then. So if anyone's seen that in the Facebook, then yeah, I don't get political too often, but of course if someone if he's been wrongfully accused of something, then of course you can't just sit by, can you? Here comes V Todd as well. He is in 12th position at the moment then, and he feels the need to go out again. There's Murphy has left the session. He's having a couple of issues at the moment, Murphy is, and this is a big blow for the championship leader, isn't it, Dan? So that is going to be quite worrying indeed then. Vinny Woods there is eating bangers and mash whilst watching this. What a man! I gotta say, I love a good banger and mash. Oh goodness me, now that's got me really flustered. I do enjoy a lovely sausage or two. So we're just watching V Todd then as he's coming through the chicane as well then. And Murphy is back in the session then, but he's only got 6 minutes to get himself down and get himself going, hasn't he? Goodness me, he's very much on the back foot at the moment. Troy is down in 19th position at the moment, and he's of course said he is out of qualifying already, so we've already lost one person, and V Todd then very close to the wall. V Todd is, I've got to say, just put a bit of Pirelli rubber there, but a bit of Pirelli rubber there on the outside of the castle section. Lovely stuff indeed then. This is one of my favourite races of the season actually. I love Monaco, I love Baku as well. It's a cracking couple of races, and I got to say that's because I love a good incident. Oh goodness me, there was a lot of incidents last night, and there was a couple of very unsavoury incidents as well, and of course we had a couple of issues there with the safety car, didn't we? And yes, of course it is the leader's prerogative, of course, but yeah, but very interesting stuff indeed then. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say about that. And it's one that, and to be fair, it's one of the hardest safety car restarts. We've got to talk about safety cars, because I think that it's almost a guarantee we're going to have a safety car in here. Pillars will retire from the session, who is second fastest at the moment indeed then. Good stuff then. As there's a V Todd there coming into the pits then, as he really threw me off my ball game there, didn't he? Because I was looking down there because I seen something flash up there. It was just my phone then. I got very excited. Anyway then, Serious Mush session there, coming out of turn 15 as well. Sorry, 16. Andre's retired from the session. Andre looking very good again then. He looks like very much a street racer at the moment. Good stuff then. As we got Andre then. Great Drive Red Bull. Great Drive Red Bull is back. Super Max is back, I should say. As I think there's a song, isn't there, about Super Max, which I think Knowlesy and Dan loves to sing in my ear every now and again. As I try and pretend I'm cool, but I'm really not, because I don't know what it's about. Anyway, as Gurman then in the Haas car here, then he hasn't had a race win yet in ALR Silver, which I find absolutely extraordinary. He's had two podiums now and 2 pole positions out. The Monaco race was fantastic, wasn't it, for Gurman? And let's see then how he can do from here on in. Can he kick on and get some points there on the board as well? So here comes Goodman then coming through the castle section as well, and goodness me, as a new potatoes joined now, he did leave, didn't he, earlier on then, but he's back up in 6th position. He is safe at the moment. Dan is not safe. Kingdom is not safe either. Kingdom is the slowest of the cars at the moment now. Paynes and Kingdom, Murphy and Gurman are all in the drop zone at the moment. They need to get out of that drop zone if they want to go into qualifying too then. Gurman there kissing the outside Armco barrier there of turn 16 in, 15 I should say, into turn 16 as well. Now he propels out of 16 and away we go then, as we now got to thread we've got to thread this car through these walls and like threading in an eye of a needle. It's incredible, isn't it? And here he comes then up to the line as well. I've got to say, this was a very dangerous part of the circuit last night, wasn't it, where it was raining as well. But let's see what Gurman can do then as he comes up to the line. This looks good. It's 12 fastest there for the Haas driver. I think that there's people that might go quicker than that, and Wilson might be one of them as well. We're on board with Wilson then, and in the Alfa Romeo. Let's see what he could do then as he comes up to that. And now as he comes down into turn 1 as well. So I was reading the comment there, and I think that was from Gordo as well. Gordo said that this is my debut in silver. I actually just thought about it. I've raced in bronze and gold, but never in silver. And I think you're right there, Gordo. Yep, you've never raced in silver before because you're not on my list. As here comes King's Home. He's definitely raced in silver before. This is his 24th race start. No, then it's his 23rd race. No, then it is 24th race start. I'll get there in a minute. Mark Smell then is retired from the session. Of course, the man who was on pole position and took the race win in Monaco. Kingdom's propelled himself up into 13th position as well. Baz there is coming out of the pits over 2 minutes ago. Wilson's in the drop zone, so is Gordo as well, as we just talked about him. We're on board of Murphy now then, as he is now coming into the castle section as well then. Tommy is asking, what is Gordo's gamer tag? It is a Gordo, it's Gordo, that one there. Oh goodness me, that's an Alfa Romeo who is off the circuit. He is out of qualifying. Tomaros is retired as well. Yeah, Gordo in the drop zone at the moment then, so we're on board with Murphy then, as he is coming into the castle section right now then, and we're on board then, and as Tommy is saying, is Gordo setting another lap? He is indeed. Then he is out on circle at the moment, along with Paynes, along with Dan Murphy. Wilson is out qualifying. There is 2 cars that's been confirmed out at the moment now, with 1.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. We're on board Murphy, who has been in and out, shaking all about kind of thing, hasn't he, in the session so far? But he is back in the session now, and he is in the Mercedes. And let's see what the championship leader can do. Car 14. He's got to find a different number next year, with Fernando Alonso returning to the frame then in the Renault next season. Or is it Alpine? Of course, it's the Alpine team next season as well, which I'm looking forward to that. I don't think they're good off the blue and yellow, which some people suggested though, are they? I think they're having the more blue and white, aren't they? Which I'm a bit disappointed with. I do love a good classic car or two, and I call that 2005 Renault is absolutely beautiful. Well, the 2004 and 5 Renault I thought was absolutely stunning. I'm talking stunning. Murphy's just gone to 3rd fastest. Lovely stuff indeed there from Dan, and that should be safe then. Vital is back out on the course at the moment then. King Zone then, it looks like he's out of fuel, and King Zone was going to be looking over his shoulder, isn't he? Goodness me then. And we've got Darren saying evening. All the times the crazy can't get near him at the moment there. As Darren currently in 8th position. There's a big old lock up there from his teammate Vitard in turn 15 as well, as he is now coming into turn number 16 as well. And break this, a glow name Vitard is less than a 10th of a second. Now Vitard is very much in serious trouble here, isn't he? Of being knocked out of qualifying, which is quite a shock. He's had a great season so far, hasn't he, Vitard? We're on board with him now. Excuse me, I've got to adjust my headset. My head is a bit too big for these headphones. headphones there as well, which doesn't surprise a lot of you. Unfortunately, it doesn't contain a big old brain in there. Unfortunately, it's not big brain time for me. V Todd is in 14th position there, so he's got in front of King Dome. That might be very important indeed. Then Gordo started us up as well. We're on board of Payne's head. He's 2/10 a second up, coming into the castle section as well. Look at that, and he's overdriving the car, but the tyres are screaming hot, aren't they? As Gordo is coming through that castle section as well. Goodness me, then. Tommy's saying Dan's leaving that late. Then I think Dan's had a couple of connection issues there, as he has dropped out of the session a couple of times. Then, but yeah, he has left it late. But he is in qualifying 2 at the moment. Then, and I think he should be in qualifying 2, judging from that performance as well. Then here comes. Here comes Payne as well. So I just had an email from PokerStars. By the way, that is not a advert for gambling. I only signed up to that because my work wants to do it, and I got to say I was out quite early on because I didn't understand the rules, and I didn't realise all in meant that you had to go all in. So we got a yellow flag. It's one of the Mercedes. I think it's Dan just getting out of the way. Here comes Payne. He's coming up to the line. Is it going to be good enough? It is good enough for 14th position. King Dome is out of qualifying, and that's another driver who's bit the dust then. So we've lost King Dome, Wilson and Troy. What about Baz and Gordo? These two are also facing elimination at the moment. And can Baz there improve his time there? He is in for 39.6 there. That is his target time. We're on board with Baz in the McLaren. He has been the most cleanest driver in terms of stats this season. He goes at 15 fastest. V Todd is out of qualifying. That is a huge shock for the man who's third in the World Championship. Here comes Gordo coming up to the line as well. Gordo improves to 8th fastest. Great time in the end from Gordo there. Very impressive indeed. Then he is through into qualifying 2 very safely indeed. Then Baz is out of qualifying again, unfortunately, and so is out of qualifying. It's V Todd and Kings along with Wilson and Troy as well. There's some big names in that qualifying session that has been knocked out, and I'm actually surprised to see some of those big names as well then is out of qualifying. And that's a shame as well, as Gordo is happy with that. P8, yes, there, and top me saying GG, Gordo as well. As, of course, that means good game as well. I know about that because I'm a cool gamer. As Murphy's retired from the session then. And that is it for qualifying 1 then. So, unfortunately, those are the 5 drivers that are bowed out of this first part of qualifying. We have another 2 parts of qualifying coming up in just a jiffy there. So, don't go anywhere, guys. This is gonna get very, very feisty indeed. So just watching Baz there come into the pits now as well. Then, of course, don't take the times at the top too seriously, albeit let's just give a bit of a benchmark, shall we? So we've got a 38.5 then is the fastest time from Toro Rosso, which is a very good time indeed, isn't it? And then Pillars is only a 10th of a second back, with Murphy leaving it late as well on a 38.9. Then remember that Murphy might have had the the track conditions more suited there, didn't he? Late on that session as well. So interesting stuff there. But of course, as I said, do not read into those times too much, as I've already read into those times too much as well. As Darren has said, GG Gordo, and we've also got Payne saying good evening, Payne. I hope you're well indeed. Then, and of course, I did of course give you some very lovely compliments earlier on as well. Then, as you can see there, I do, and of course, I'm just trying to suck up to everyone. Of course, I don't try and suck up to anyone as well. I think that what I say is more or less accurate for what I think anyway. Is never probably what actually happens on track anyway, especially goodness me, I miss half the stuff that goes on. As out of qualifying is Troy Wilson. Kingston unfortunately on his return. V Todd in from 3rd position on the World Championship as well, and we've lost Baz then, as Paynes was like, that was close there by the skin of his nose there from Paynes in the Williams head, but he's in qualifying 2, and that is the main play, isn't it? Right, so Conan's qualifying 2 as well then, as you can see, and it's still got lovely sunshine out there. I haven't heard about the weather report yet, and to be honest, I quite like not knowing about the weather report, because I get really excited anyway, and so perhaps I do prefer not to know, but then again, I also like to sound like I'm Mystic Meg as well for anyone who joins during the race. It's like, oh gosh, that commentator does know what he's talking about. Yeah. Anyway, then we're now getting ready. There's Alfa Romeo who's about to come out of the pits, and there he is then. And it's the sole remaining Alfa Romeo. It's Gordo there, and he has nailed his colours to the mask right from the get-go, hasn't he? He has nailed yellow colours then to his mask. What do I mean by that? I mean he's on the medium compound tyre then. Of course, then this second part of qualifying, remember last night we didn't have the strategical element, did we? And potentially I quite enjoyed that actually. Really, it was kind of a new thing, wasn't it? Really, not knowing what tyres people were going to be on up and down the field there, and I think it was a chaotic race, wasn't it? And potentially strategy might not come into play anyway, coming the race as well, because it might all be about survival, isn't it? If anyone's seen the what's his name, TML Margaret or something like that, I don't know, but the Australian guy Ben, if anyone's seen his videos there of Survive Monaco or Survive Baku, I might be talking about that come later on, albeit we did have I think we had 12 cars finish last night if I'm not very much mistaken there, so that ain't too bad, is it? Anyway, Gordo there is the first man out. He's on the medium tyres. If you get into qualifying free, you must start on that exact tyre which you set that fastest time on, of course, so not just the compound, albeit if Gordo gets through he has to start on the medium compound, but these exact tyres as well. Goodness me, there he brushed the Armco there, Gordo did. I think he must have been looking down at his steering wheel and almost drifted off into the concrete wall there, and just on board and come down to turn 15. I think we almost had an airplane crash down there, didn't we, in 2018, was it? 2019 even, actually. I think it was Brendan Hartley and Pierre Gasly, I believe, wasn't it? Is almost coming to blows with each other. Goodness me, that was a scary old incident as well. So now just coming up to as we're now just coming up to start his lap as well. And here we go then for Gordo. Of course he invalidated that lap, but do not worry about that, because that lap doesn't mean much apart from prepping the car. As Gordo now is coming to the line as well. Of course the finish line is at different places at the start line, which is quite weird, isn't it? I think the reason for that is because of course the FIA garage is slightly further back, and that's where the FIA garage needs to be, where the finish line is, just in case I have to do a photo finish. That is what I've heard from Ted Kravitz, and whatever Ted Kravitz says, I believe he is probably the most smartest man in Formula 1, apart from Martin Brundle, of course. So there you go. As I did love the fact that Ted Kravitz is back for the Italian Grand Prix, and I hope he's in Mugello as well. As I've got to say, he makes practices very much more watchable. Indeed, I do enjoy your Ted Kravitz's coverage. I'm a big old fan of Ted. As Tommy is saying, well done Paynes there as well, as he snuck through into qualifying too. Then let's see what Paynes could do in qualifying free. He's still in the pits at the moment, Paynes is. As we're just watching Gordo, there's a Renault behind him, and I think that is is one of the Renaults. None of them are on a fast at the moment then, as we're on board with Gordo then, so as long as Gordo doesn't get too distracted, then he doesn't have to worry about that that Renault behind him then. And look at this, and it's a never-ending pain, isn't it, in the second part of the course, isn't it, where the tyres really start to rev up in the heat and gets really hot there, don't they? The surface temperature of the carcass. Into turn 15 as well. Oh, that is too much. That's too much speed there, and he is into the wall. And unfortunately, there for Gordo, he has damaged the end plate. That means then he's going to have to come into the pits and change the nose cone then. So that's a shame now for Gordo, isn't it? Pillars there is on the soft tyres. I wonder if Pillars is just giving us a tease. Well, he's gone very wide out of turn 16 there. Of course, you want to straighten the car as quickly as possible out of turn 16, don't you? Because otherwise you'll lose speed going down this long straight, isn't it? Or it's not a straight, it's kind of a curvy straight, isn't it, really? But of course, you're on the power from turn 16 onwards. And we're on board with Pillars there, a bit slow on the DRS as well. He's opened it and then he's shut it again. So Pillars there just really, I think he's just testing those tyres. Maybe he's doing a Mercedes play there. Just seeing what the tyres are like, ready for qualifying free. Potato has also might have done the same thing, I believe, because he has done a 42, and I'm expecting a little quicker there from Potato. Andre in first position so far, and he has done a 40.5. We're expecting Gordo to be a bit quicker than that as well, after we see him kissing the Armco barrier. Unfortunately, Flea has gone second fast at the moment. Flea looking very competitive at this stage of proceedings at the moment. Flea looking very much on it like a car bonnet. Lovely stuff indeed then. Here comes Iceman then, as he is now powering out to turn 16 as well then, threading his car through these concrete walls. It's like a concrete jungle, isn't it? Did he kiss the Armco there? Well, if he did, then his car hasn't seemed too bothered by it. Look at the heat haze coming off the track as well. Albeit we are in the shade for a lot of this lap as well. So I'm wondering if that hurts the tyres a bit there, as the track is so cool. Then maybe those tyres get cool as well. They probably get cool going down to turn 1 as well, don't they? I wish I was cool. As we're on board, Mark Smell, the man, the myth, the legend in Monaco, wasn't he? Goodness me! I gotta say, he was transformed in Monaco, wasn't he? An absolutely incredible performance, and once again showing that he's got some performance under that left boot as well. Sorry, I should say right boot, as the accelerator. 4. See, he is as he's gone fast at the moment. Then Tormar Rossa there has gone faster still. Got to say, Tormar Rossa is very much on song here at the moment, isn't he? Good stuff indeed there for Tormar Rossa. He's at a podium this season back in Bahrain. I got to say, in Bahrain he was looking strong as well. Then so can Tormar Rossa there thread it all together there and have a good strong weekend. We're on board FIFA BP, returning back to the Renault. He is 8th fast at the moment there in the Renault. It's all getting a bit drifty there. Itchy there is about to start us up. Itchy was 5th fastest in the end of qualifying one then. That went under my radar slightly there, just to Itchy. It went too hard. It's a good job I'm not a GPS navigation thing, is it? Otherwise enemies would be coming in left, right and centre, as I don't notice anything really, do I? Anyway, then it's Serious Motion there coming out of turn 2 then. Down the back straight there is 2 DRS zones on this street circuit. One on the start finish straight and then one on this back straight as well, in between turn 2 and 3. And of course we had Ricardo reverse into the back of someone, didn't we? Was it Brendan Hartley? I'm sure it was one of the Toro Rossas, wasn't it? Back in 2019 as well. Wasn't a good weekend there from the Renault driver. On board Serious Mushroom at the moment then, as he is now navigating himself through the chicane as well. You can see there just in front of us there is those flame towers there, isn't it? I've got to say, that's a spectacle, isn't it? Serious Mushroom's not going to be too interested in that one iota, as all he's interested in is getting this car through into qualifying for it at the moment. And as it looks like, everyone is going to be parking on the medium compound tires. Lovely over the shoulder shot there from Serious Mushroom. I've got to say, that's much more of a driver eye line, isn't it, than what we normally see. Lovely stuff indeed there from the director as well. Now we're dropping downhill, aren't we? And coming into turn 15, we just seen we seen Gordo there kiss the wall out there. Well, he did more than kiss the wall there. He absolutely put a smackaroo on it, didn't he? Goodness me then. And he's now then coming into turn number 16 as well, as Gordo saying it's Kvyat Hartley didn't race in 2019. Yes, of course, you're right there. As Hartley, I think, because he was a super sub, wasn't he, at the end of 2018, wasn't it? Possibly. I can't remember. Goodness me, oh no, was he a super sub in 2017 then raced in 2018, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was the case. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta say my memories are appalling these days, and I'm getting old, you see, and all that kind of jazz. I'm gonna have to yeah, I think you're right though. I think it is Fiat, wasn't it? As now we're just watching Itchy there come out of turn at 16 as well then, as he is now flicking it through the lefts and rights. And Itchy, goodness me, the car was almost drifting there. Lovely stuff indeed then, as he is coming up to the line then, and let's see what Itchy can do then. DRS right on the money then, and now then he comes across the line as well. Itchy was very quick in qualifying 1, in qualifying 2 he is 6th fast at the moment, 10th a second behind Iceman, who once again has got some very competitive speed in that Renault. Good stuff indeed there from Iceman, and he's got 14 points on the board so far, Iceman has, so perhaps he can now extend that as well then. And Murphy's gone fastest there at 2/10 second in front of Tormar Rossa. Shane is invalidated this time, he's got to go around again, so we're on board Pains at the moment, and on the back straight then in the Williams. Look how close he's going to the barrier there, and goodness me then, of course he's trying to open out the corner as much as possible, isn't it? Reduce the slip angle, reduce the turning circle, that Williams, so he gets around the corner easier as well. Now my hairband is just falling off, so hang on a minute, I've got to adjust my hairpiece. There we go, I can see clearly. There's that Pains there coming out of the chicane as well then, and he's now at the short sharp straight there coming into turn 6 as well. And of course turn 6, I do have a nightmare to this one, is I think Hulkenberg damaged his front left right wheel, didn't he? I think in the Renault there, wasn't he? And I think he was on course for a podium there as well. There's a lot of hard luck stories for Hulkenberg, wasn't there, really, in his Formula 1 tenure, and unfortunately there's a couple of times where he possibly could have and should have been on the podium there. And one of those moments that do come to mind is of course the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix. If anyone hasn't watched that, I suggest you watch it. It's a cracking race, it really is there. And Hulkenberg was actually on that day, in those tricky conditions, the quickest car, I feel, along with himself and Button, but unfortunately him and Hamilton came to blows there. Unfortunately, I think it was Hulkenberg who was to blame there, wasn't it? I know I'm a big old Hamilton fanboy, but on that day, I think it definitely was Hulkenberg's issue there, which is a shame, really, wasn't it? As Pains there coming out of the final turn now, which is turn 20, albeit these guys don't feel that they're much of turns until the tires start to go off. Pains is currently 6th fast at the moment there, and that's a much better time now for Pains, and a good fist of that one. Lovely stuff. Shane now then is coming out of the final final turn as well on this street circuit then. Let's see what he does now then. Shane and DRS right on the money then, and he is coming up to the line and can Shane get himself in the qualifying free at the moment. He is under the bar then with 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Lovely stuff indeed then. As we got New Potato then, he's 2/10 of a second off, and so he's had a miserable second sector there at Potato, hasn't he? As we've got yellow flags fluttering in. It's just guys getting out of the way then. And then now as we're just on board, Potato, is he going to peel off then and come back into the pits? And I think he is indeed. I wonder if he's going to have to throw on a set of soft tyres there. And the bronze champion, who's currently fourth in the World Championship of silver, is not going to be too happy about that, as I'm wondering if they all want to start on the medium tyres. Perhaps, or maybe they're just goading me then into a full sense of security, which to be honest doesn't take a lot for me to believe stuff. So just on board Paint as well, as then it's accelerating out then. As just now flowing down then, as Gordo is saying got 2 small cartons of apple and mango juice. It's very sweaty playing F1, so field 2 is necessary. Good stuff indeed there. We've also got Gio saying, go on Gio as well. I think there's a bit of bromance between those two, isn't there? Goodness me, it's, they seem to chat away quite a lot in the old Discord, which is of course the driver chat as well. And if any of you are watching and wants to be a part of ALR, just go to the website www.advancedleagueracing.com and of course join ALR, which is in the top right hand part of the website. Of course you can go on there as well just to see some of the champions of past and present there with their trophies as well, which is lovely stuff indeed. And of course which is great. It's really good, isn't it? I think it's really good to see, of course, on the Facebook page as well. We've seen the likes of Jonathan Cox there of finishing third and the I think, was it last season or was it the season before? It wasn't last season, was it? Because Nigel finished third last season, didn't he? And of course Grant, who won the championship, he's had 2 gold trophies now from ALR, and he's been so successful, hasn't he? In every single ALR season that Grant has been a part of, he has won the World Championship, hasn't he? And very impressive indeed then, but he's got a new challenger in the form of Cookie this season as well. And I think Emerson, who's had a very difficult start to the season, and hopefully he can now become more on song as well then. As now then we're coming up to the line then, and let's see what he can do then. And as Itchy is retired from the session now. Oh dear, I think he's in the pits, isn't he, Itchy? So that's not good at all, because he's on the cusp there. Infamous Pillars has just gone up fast as level 17. Gurman having a second bite of the cherry out. This is the first lap on his medium tires, and he's coming out slightly early on then. Let's see what he can do then. And he is coming up to a line as well then, and Gurman comes across, and he goes second fastest then on 3/10 of a second away at the moment then. FIFA Beefy then is just coming through the castle section as well then, and now accelerates away then as he is now coming out of the castle section and down the second part of the intermediate split time as well then, before coming into turn 15 then. FIFA Beefy he's set a 42.8 so far, hasn't he, in the Renault then. Of course he is the source of the 15 car so far, and that is a shame indeed. Gio said Itchy out then, as yes, that is a big blow for Itchy, isn't it, because he looked quite comfortable in qualifying 1, but qualifying 1 and 2 are 2 different beasts, aren't they? Goodness me. And we've also got Darren saying he don't think he's safe either. He's currently in the pits at the moment, but Darren ain't going to get out. Serious Mushroom ain't going to get out, is he? Goodness me. I'm getting too chummy with you guys. I'm sorry to know what your gamer tags and your real names are. FIFA Beefy 2.2 seconds quicker. He is 7th fastest. Is that comfortable? Well, no, because his teammate is out on track as well at the moment. We've got Flea, we've got Gordo, and we've got New Potato as well. The bronze champion is also in the relegation zone as well at the moment. And here he is then, of course, before he lost third in the championship, and V-Todd is out qualifying already in his incredible session so far. Lovely going over the chicane there. Beautiful stuff indeed then, as we've got Rejoice there, Deadshot. Hi, hello Deadshot, hope you're well then. I recognise that name from somewhere. We have also got Payne saying he is gone as well, as unfortunately Payne's is 9th fastest. Mark Smart has retired from the session. He's currently 5th fastest. Andre just getting out of the way at the moment. There's a bit of traffic on Potato's quick lap here, isn't it? And how is this going to affect him? Of course, 5 seconds, up to 5 seconds is the gap of Dirty Air, isn't it? Which is incredible, isn't it? That Dirty Air gap needs to be reduced considerably right down, doesn't it, in my opinion? And hopefully with the 2022 rules, I should say, that might be the reason, might help him out a bit then. New Potato might have a slight bit of slipstream here as we're trying to thread our way through the concrete barriers here. The final sector as well. I've got to say, this final sector really scares me. I've got to say, I'm tensed up, and all I'm doing is watching New Potato. And remember, New Potato is talented driver indeed, isn't it? Of course, being the first ever bronze champion. He comes out to the line. He is at third, fastest end. Good stuff indeed. Then Gordo's on track as well. Flea has started us up. Iceman is 8200 a second away, and that's he's only just improved, and that's not by much either. Shane is out of qualifying. Paynes is on the cusp as well. Gordo is found a second in the first sector alone. Incredible stuff indeed, and brilliant stuff. As on board now as well then, as Rejoice Deadshot says, I'm good, how are you? I'm always on top of the world there, or as the famous line goes in the old workplace, isn't it? How does it go? Hang on a minute, and there's me. I've just put myself right into the cul-de-sac here, aren't I? Good gosh there. Oh, living the dream, that's it, yeah, living the dream. I am living the dream! Oh no, Toro Rosso isn't! He has been disqualified for going the wrong way, and that's down at turn 3, 2.3 seconds up. Gordo is in the second sector. Toro Rosso is out of qualifying. Shane might be into qualifying there. Or that might give a reprieve to Paynes as well, because Paynes was facing the abyss. Now we're fleeing Gordo left, and can Gordo improve enough to get himself into qualifying 3, which would be a fantastic time for Gordo. He is loving life in silver, isn't he? He comes up to the line. He is fastest there, and he is on the soft tyres. Gordo is through into qualifying 3 in the Alfa Romeo. Fantastic stuff, and unfortunately Shane is back out of qualifying. What about Flea? Flea, this each potentially could be his first time in qualifying 3 as well. We're on board with Flea in the Red Bull. He is coming up to the line then as well. This is Flea's best qualifying performance as it stands so far. Is it going to get better? Let's take a look. It is! He's in 4th position! Paynes is out of qualifying! What a shock! We've also lost Shane as well! My goodness me! Toro Rosso, Itchy and Iceman. And those 5 drivers, I gotta say, I would have lost a lot of money if I put my house on that. Goodness me! That is a shock in the system, isn't it? In this second part of qualifying. Wasn't expecting that at all. Paynes has used a bit of profanity in the old comment section there, hasn't he? He's not too how about that? As Ben said, no shame as well. That is a bit of a shame, isn't it? And that is very disappointing as well. Then, so unfortunately we've lost Paynes, Shane, and Iceman, and Itchy, as well as Toro Rosso, who was driving the wrong way down at this part of the set course here. I wonder if he overshot it and trying to get back out. Which, oh goodness me, Iceman's lost his nose cone now. And well, that's not good at all for Iceman. I suppose it makes the car lighter, which will probably make it go quicker. Actually, won't have done the back straight, but unfortunately, you do need a bit of need a bit of steering now to get through those very fast kinks, don't you? And that's a shame, there, isn't it? Iceman then is just coming into the in lap as well. Then, as Serious Mushroom has retired from the session as well. As Gordo saying, P1, oh my lord! I know people are on mediums, but I'm over the moon with that, yeah, and definitely as well, should be as well. There's a lot of talent in this field there, and Gordo there is, I've got to say, impressive stuff. As he said already, this is debut here in silver, and he's had a fantastic start to his silver career. Lovely stuff indeed then, as by the skin of his teeth from Darren as well, as he just about made it into qualifying 3. Out of qualifying then, we have lost Toro Rosso, we've lost Itchy, Iceman, Shane, and Paynes are all out of qualifying 3, but goodness me, as Serious Mushroom said, by the skin of his teeth, that really was, wasn't it? And as we go into qualifying 3 as well, hats off to Gordo and to Flea as well, getting into qualifying 3. Lovely stuff indeed. 2 Red Bulls in there. Hats off to those drivers indeed. I think that's the only full team in there, if I'm not very much mistaken. I am very much mistaken. It's also the Haas team as well, as I really need to get my eyes tested, don't I? As Gordo's already said, the is now official because it's also a screenshot. It's also official because we are live on YouTube and Facebook as well for ALR Silver Season 2, Round 8 then, here in Baku. Who is going to be on pole position then for the for Round 8 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix? Albeit last night it didn't help, it didn't have the pole set, did it? Unfortunately, as Grant had a bit of a miserable old race, didn't he? Which was a bit unfortunate there, but a great drive from Emerson to get his first race win the season. We're going to have another first race win here tonight then. Let's find out, shall we? Tommy has already just thrown in his prediction there for the race as well, as Toro Rosso has left the session now, and I'm wondering if that is rage there from what has gone on then with getting the score for there. Yeah, as Tommy said, Itchy or Shane for driver of the day then, and a podium as well. Good. And I got to say then, I think that That's quite a good bet, really, isn't it? Because this race, it can be very chaotic, isn't it? Remember 2017 here, remember 2018 here as well, goodness me. At the end of 2018 was incredible, wasn't it? And somehow Hamilton won that race as well, didn't he? It was incredible racing, wasn't it? As we're just watching now, we've got 4 drivers in the pits at the moment. Nope, we got 3 drivers in the pits, where everyone else is out on track at the moment. And with my, this is big brain time by me, that makes it 7. Great stuff. So then is they're on an outlap moment, and these outlaps, then, as I mentioned earlier on, I kind of dissed them, didn't I? Or kind of thrown to one side kind of thing. These outlaps are just as important as these quick laps. So yeah, I was saying that this might be a bit of fun for the drivers, just like the formation lap. You've got to prep the car. If you prep the car perfectly, you'll be on for a lap as well, isn't it? And of course, this is a tough test, isn't it? This is where a lot of drivers are very specialised in, isn't it, of having a great one-lap pace, isn't it? Just think back there, we've had the likes of Jarno Trulli. He was an absolutely incredible qualifier, Jarno Trulli was, wasn't he? Unfortunately, just fell back during the race, didn't he? He's one of those extreme examples, wasn't he, where he's so good in qualifying. Unfortunately, the race just didn't go too well, did it? Which is a shame for Trulli, isn't it, really? Because in '97, when he stood in for the injured Olivier Panis, he had a cracking race in Austria, didn't he? Well, he was leading for some of it as well before Jacques Villeneuve came up and overtook him, and then after that, he was on a great second position as well before the Mugen Honda expired on him, didn't it? And unfortunately retired from the race. That was a weird old race, wasn't it? Where we had a lot of the Bridgestone runners right at the sharp end. We had both Stewarts up there, didn't we? We had Magnussen, of course. That is Jan Magnussen rather than Kevin Magnussen. Of course, Kevin's dad there, right in the thick of things in the second Stewart there, didn't he? Oh, as Mark Smello has kissed the Armco there as he damaged the end plate. Let's take a look then. No, he hasn't there. Luckily, they've been flicked off then, so he's okay then. Good stuff indeed then. And now then, as he's coming into turn 3 as well, that's a lock-up again there for German. Then, of course, he is stamping on that throttle, isn't he? And really putting the car through its paces, isn't he, German? I love watching German because he just throws it against the wall, isn't it? It's like when I cook my pasta. I cook it and I try and throw it against the wall to see if it sticks, and that's exactly what German does, and I love it. It's brilliant stuff indeed, isn't it? And now then, we're coming into the castle section as well, then before it accelerates the way. Now, and here he is in the castle, and look at how narrow it is there. Of course, you can't even swing a cat through there, let alone an F1 car. And I said it last night, do not swing a cat there through there because that's animal cruelty. So we got, and I do love cats there, especially a good cat meme as well. I do throw them in there every now and again in the old Discord. So we got German there. Oh, locking up the inside front of turn 15, and this is an incredible up there. I gotta say, German is very much throwing the car around. I love it. Look at that. Also a bit of oversteer as well, similar to Juan Pablo Montoya in the Williams when he was driving for the BMW Williams team between 2001 and 2004, I should say. Then it was great stuff indeed. Gordo's left the session there. That's not good at all for Gordo. He needs to get back in. This is his first qualifying appearance. What's going on with Gordo? Hopefully he can get himself back in then. And German is on pole position at the moment. What about his teammate Mark Smello? He comes across the line, and Mark Smello is gone quicker by 4/10 of a second. And we got infamous Pillars then is coming to the line, and Pillars is second fast man once again. Mark Smello has shown he has got some incredible pace in that Haas, I should say, as well. And here comes New Potato as well. New Potato goes third fast, and in the AlphaTauri, you got a car in the background. I think it's a Red Bull. It is Andre in 5th position then at the moment. Then what about Dan Murphy then? Been on pole position once before then. Let's see what he can do as well as he comes out of turn 16 then and accelerates away. Then here he comes as well, and he's threading it through the curbs there. Let's see then what he can do as well. We got FIFA out on track as well. We got Serious Mushroom as well as Dan Murphy. They're all trying to get in there at fast up, aren't they? So let's see who is going to pole position. Currently it's Mark Smello going for 2 for 2. He's a changed man, isn't he? Incredible stuff indeed. And Dan Murphy is only 5th fastest. I say only 5th, but of course he is the championship leader, and he wants to be a bit higher up than that. Gordo is still not in the session, is he? And this is painful, isn't it, for Gordo? Can he get himself back in ASAP? Serious Mushroom is in 5th position, but what about FIFA Beefy flicking past me now then? Flea is still in the pits as well. Gordo and Flea having a cracking qualifying session, and let's see what they can do in the race as well. Of course, it'd be great to see both those guys pick up some points there here tonight as well. Here comes FIFA been propelled himself up to 7th fastest at the moment. 8 out of the 10 cars gone out for their first attempt then in qualifying. So if someone can re-invite Gordo, that would be fantastic indeed then. So yeah, if anyone can invite Gordo, then that would be cracking stuff indeed. I don't want to put out the onus on Dan Murphy, but hopefully Dan might be able to when he gets himself back in the garage, of course, because Dan is on an in-lap at the moment then. So we're just now on board then with Mark Smello, who's going for 2 for 2 at the moment. Mark Smello, he's doing a cracking job in this house recently, isn't he? And that win in Monaco last week, as I said, that's going to live long in the memory for Mark Smello and for everyone in ALR as well, because that was a clinic of racing. It really was from Mark Smello. And I haven't mentioned it too much, have we, in this stream broadcast so far? He was incredible stuff indeed. Then Baines has said Pillars for pole position. He is currently second fast among Pillars, but look at that, he is only 0.08 of a second away from the pole position, so it's going to be a head between Mark Smello and Pillars, and I'm loving this. Great stuff indeed. Into the pits there comes Andre as well in the Red Bull then. So I've got a bit of a lull then with just under 6 minutes to go in this session then, as I adjust my seat in position then, because this is going to be an incredible end to qualifying. I have no doubt about that then. Indeed it is then. As there's a bit of chit chat going on about some of the tracks then, yeah, we leave you guys to it for now as well, because of course we're talking about Japan. I'm not sure if you're saying Japan's the worst or not, but I gotta say I'll be quite surprised by that, because I love Japan. It's an old school circuit, isn't it? But I gotta say, it does. If you go off, it's good. You're gonna go off in a big way. You really are there. Of course, Fiat had a big old smash there in 2015, didn't they? A very interesting place to crash actually for Danny Fiat in the Red Bull, wasn't it? Because yeah, he flipped over, didn't he? He caught the outside of the grass before coming into the Dunlop hairpin, which was really odd, isn't it, to say the least? Gordo is back in the session then, so yes, rejoice then for Gordo. And there is I think that's an AlphaTauri coming out of the pits. Indeed, it is. It is Serious Mushroom. No, it isn't Serious Mushroom. It's Nude Potato. I haven't said that for a race or two now. I was really happy with that, but that's obviously broke my duct, hasn't it? So there we go again. The countdown ticks back on then. As Ben said, yes, Fiat a big hit there. It was a scary old smash there, wasn't it? Japan in qualifying seems to have a lot of big smashes, doesn't it? Remember when they returned back there in 2009? I think the red flag was. I think the session was red flagged at least 4 times, wasn't it? We had a big old smash. I think it's Alguersuari had a big smash, didn't he, at the 130R? Was that in the race as well? Well, he had 2 big smashes that weekend, if I recall. It was a very tough weekend, wasn't it, for a lot of drivers there? Because up until then, 2007 and 8, we was at Mount Fiji, wasn't we? Or is it Fuji? Well, I think no, it's Fuji, isn't it? Because Fiji's a country, I believe. Toro Rosso was back in the session then, so Toro Rosso then back in. Good stuff indeed, and then hopefully Toro Rosso got some pace there, hasn't he? So hopefully he can get himself some major points as well after a very disappointing end to his qualifying. He's got disqualified for driving the wrong way. Now, when you hear that, you might not have much sympathy for Toro Rosso, but of course. Oh goodness me! But of course, I think he went wide into turn 3 there and tried to reverse out of it, and unfortunately, he got Codemasters just a bit brutal, aren't they? And maybe a bit too quick on the disqualification button, aren't they? Which is a bit of a shame now. As Toro Rosso, I feel, would definitely be in the conversation, won't he? To probably be on the front row, maybe the second row as well. Toro Rosso's been incredible, hasn't he, so far? Lovely side pod action here from a new potato then. As we're just taking a look, then you can see the yellow bar there. That is the ERS deployment then from these hybrid cars, haven't they? Which has been in action since 2014 as well. And I've got to say, the cars sound a lot better now than what they did way back in 2014. And so, yeah, I think hats off to all the engine manufacturers there, and I've got to say, in 6 years, these engines have come such a long way on there. It's scary. When Formula 1 teams put their mind to something, it's quite scary of what they can produce there. Really good stuff indeed. Gordo is back in the pits there, so I'm wondering if Gordo was just making sure the car feels alright then before having another bite of the cherry as well, but he's only going to have 1 attempt now. But of course, there, I'm wondering if that might have not changed the game plan too much there. As, of course, you only get a new set of soft tires in this qualifying session to intrigue more drivers got there as well. But unfortunately, you don't get 2 sets of new tyres, and so maybe the likes of Gordo and Fleet maybe use extra set of tyres, which is why they're in the pits as well. On board then with New Potato. He's never had pole position in a silver race before, has he? New Potato. So let's see, is he going to be able to break his duck now then with 2 minutes to go then? He's out quite early on though in this session, isn't he? As they're flying down the hill as well then. As Gordo is saying, he hopes he's hoping he's hoping that his setup is safe as well. We've also got Bailey Swift saying, "Let's go, Gurnman!" And really good 70. Then is Gordo's also praying that his internet doesn't let him down as well. Then. And now here comes Potato. Then he is flying then onto the final part of the course. Then as we're now waiting for the start finish line as well. Then and it is still quite a distance away, isn't it? Goodness me, try running this straight. Goodness me, I've got to say I've never run anywhere unless I'm running to KFC. Potato then coming out to the line. And let's see what he does. We've got a yellow flag there, and it's coming out of the castle section. It's a Mercedes as a Potato goes pole position then, and Murphy has had a problem, has he? Let's take a look. He's cruising back to the pits there, Dennis, and we're looking at the wrong part of the car. But the man who's leading the championship at the moment there is Torin. He is Torin. Is there a problem there for the Mercedes? And I'm not sure. I think he's too slow. Is he? Or maybe he's just trying to get people out of the way. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, perhaps. Well, keep an eye and see what Murphy can do then. Serious Mushroom now has started his lap, and he's coming to the end of his lap as well. He's currently 5th fastest about there, as we've also got Renner slowing down as well then. Let's see what he does now. As he is now coming out to the line. Serious Mushroom is then. We're just waiting then. Where has he got his fast slowed one? It's a 39.1 then. Can he break into the 38? So he's got to find a 10th and a half at least then to get himself into the 38, and that'll be also the second row of the grid. He is on the second row of the grid, and he has improved to a 38.9. Good stuff there from Serious Mushroom. Right on the money then. Mark Mello has just started his lap as well, and currently the benchmark time is a 37 from Potato, and I got to say I don't think I give Potato as much credit as I really should have done. Really, good stuff indeed. Then Murphy has started his lap as well, then so yep, it might have been it's me making a mountain out of a molehill then, as we have now got Mark Mello then, who is now on to his fast lap as well. He's a 10th for a second up in the first intermediate split time as well, and he's gone purple as well. Gordo is just coming on to start his lap as well, and I think he's just come across the line. Good stuff indeed there for Gordon, just about making it across the line as well, because the checker flag has fluttered. We're now on board there. Mark Smells, he's accelerating out the castle section as well. The man who was on pole position in Monaco, the man who absolutely tamed Monaco, didn't he? The jewel and the crown of Formula 1, he tamed it, didn't he? This man did absolutely incredible stuff from Mark Smells, and I think it's elevated him much higher up, hasn't it? Oh goodness me, and he might have elevated himself too high up over that curb as well. But that Monaco win is completely changed this man's outset, hasn't it? He has broken through the glass ceiling. Mark Smello has. He has been threatening the top end of the grid before now, but Monaco is a changed man, isn't he? He has got much more fire in the belly, hasn't he, Mark Smello? Let's see what he does as he's coming up to the line as well, and there he is as well. You can see it's such a long straight, isn't it? Potato is the man who's got the benchmark. Mark Smello is second fastest, so he's at 4/10 of a second then. Improvement, I've got to say. Gurdman is third fast, and New Potato has really thrown the gauntlet down. Has the impressive stuff indeed there from New Potato, as we got Andre Flea finishing 8th for the end. Dan Murphy is 5th in the end as well. What about the second Red Bull as well? He's a second up there, now being the 38th, and now potentially is 4th fast at the moment there for Andre then. As it stands the road, he could be on the second row of the grid. Andre is making a much better fist of this second time here. Let's take a look. He is 4th fastest, great time indeed. Infamous Pillars is second fastest. I gotta say Potato, I haven't given him enough credit because he's on pole position. What about Gordo? Gordo goes into 9th fastest as well. Great time there for Gordo and Flea. But it's New Potato, who isn't even out on track, is on pole position for the first time in his ALR silver career. Wow. Well, that is incredible stuff there from Potato. He's very much buried it all on track today, hasn't he? And he's got pole position, his first pole position of his silver career. And that is now, I think we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pole sitters in 8 races. That's incredible, isn't it? I was talking about qualifying in gold then, but silver is very fraught in qualifying. It's fantastic. And a 37.9 then is absolutely stupendous. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely amazed by that performance. A really good 17. So Gordo saying he ran out of fuel there. It looked like he said he's got proof as he didn't use the qualifying glitch. Don't worry, Gordo, we believe you. As I think I caught you just as you came over the line as well. Anyway, but New Potato is on pole position then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. His first pole position of his silver career as well. Then this is going to get very good indeed. Then as the Serious Mushroom then saying, best of luck, guys. Yes, good stuff indeed. Then and good luck to all the guys out there. They've got, I think, as much talent as they are, they're going to need it though. And so right then, as we are now building on then, is getting ready then for the race itself. I got some already glistening with sweat anyway. Oh, it's really good stuff indeed then. Anyway then, here we go then as well. Alpha, as Tommy's saying, Alpha's looking good. They really are, isn't it? They were looking good in Monza. They're looking fantastic here in ALR as well. And they got two very strong drivers, aren't they? In Shane and New Potato. And I've got to say, it's a cracking lineup, isn't it? In the AlphaTauri as well then. As Ben's is saying, sorta. That's well, Shane who's knocked out of qualifying, but I think that we are expecting Shane to have a bit of a fire in his belly as well and come through the field. Then it's going to be tough on this circuit, isn't it? You can't overtake on this track there, but you need to be a bit wary of the car in front. Then here we go. Then the countdown is finished. We are getting ready for the race itself, and good stuff indeed. Then, and this is going to be a cracking one. 20 cars on this circuit. And here we go then, this is the formation lap, of course. This is not the real race because I was way too calm for that. The top 8 are on the medium compound tyres. We got a couple of softs in the field of Gordo and Flea. I'm on about their tyres. And we got hard tyres then for Pains, for Shane, for Iceman, for Itchy, and for Baz, V, Todd, Jake, and Troy. Medium tyres who's outside the top 10, and that is Toro Moroso and Kingdom as well. Here we go then. Now then, let's go for the grid chart. 26 laps around this very difficult street circuit here in Baku, isn't it? We've had two very hard tracks, haven't we, in a row then. Who is going to be able to cut the mustard? Or as we now approach then the second part then of this two-part race series around the street circuits, isn't it? Here in round 7 of Monaco and now round 8 of Azerbaijan then. New Potato is first pole position, and of course he's had a couple pole position in bronze, but this is silver. That is his first pole position in silver. Brilliant stuff then. Pillars is alongside him on row 1 then. Pillars on a fantastic qualifying session there once again, but so close there to getting his third pole position of his career in silver, but he has really lit up this league, hasn't he? Fantastic. Third position is Mark Smillow. He is very much in the thick of things again, isn't he? Can Mark Smillow get his second race win in a week? Gerdman in 4th position. Can he get his first race win of ALR Silver in 4th position? Andre is in 5th position in the Red Bull. Murphy, the championship leader, is in 6th. He's got a bit of work to do. Sirs Merchant's had a very difficult couple of races. Can he get himself back on song, get himself some major points there? FIFA Beefy in 8th position returns to the Renault tonight then. Lovely stuff indeed then. Gordo, great qualifying performance there in 9th position then. And same with Flea as well. Brilliant qualifying performance to get into 10th position. Hats off to those two drivers. Payne's outside the points in 11th position then. Shane in 12th position in the AlphaTauri. Iceman in 13th position with Itchy in 14th. Those 4 cars are on the hard compound tyres, and they're going to be going an awful long way in this race then. Tom Marosso in 15th position. He should be higher up, but that disqualification really put pace to that. So it's an old McLaren there. 8th row, 15th and 16th then. On row 9 is V Todd, the man who's second in the World Championship there, having a bit of a nightmare qualifying. Kingdom was in the relegation zone, albeit he's only had 3 races this season. It's 18th then. Wilson in 19th position as well. Of course, he's high up in the Drivers' Championship as well. He is, I think he's 7th or 8th in the Drivers' Championship. He is currently 19th then. And Troy, who did not take part in qualifying, is 20th on the grid as well in the second Ferrari, as he is in place of the Ghost Recon then, of course, who won the Dutch Grand Prix. Unfortunately, it's a shame Ghost is not here tonight, as we are now then counted down to the race start. Then here we go then. Race start last night was incredible, wasn't it? But let's see how it goes. Well, it's a short squirt, isn't it, down into turn 1 there. So if you have a good launch there, you need to make sure you have a major good launch there to really impact the car in front of you. I was just watching Wilson there come up to his box now, and we are now waiting for those lights as well then. A lovely shot from the back of the grid there. Look at the heat haze coming off the black top then. Well, now we're looking at the front as well. We're waiting for those lights then to come on. There they are. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5. There's a pause, and we are go! And a good start there from New Potato, then a cracking start. Oh my goodness me, he's had to turn out there, and there's a problem right at the start then. I would say there's a good start up, but he had to turn out for some reason as we go into turn 1 then. And now Infamous Pillars takes the lead after some don't know what happened in turn 1. I wonder if himself and Mark's well cut the blows. There's a car. It's Murphy. Murphy is facing the wrong way. It's a severe collision there with Shane and Dan Murphy, and he gets a 5-place grid penalty as well. It's a bit of a messy start. We have a safety car already in this race, and Murphy has now got a severe collision of his own. Oh dear, we've got 5-second penalties already. It's an appalling start here in silver, and oh dear, they're not good at all. But Pillars there is leading this race then. I wonder what happened to him at the start, and that was really odd there, wasn't it? Because he got away wild, and then I'm not sure, did he have wheel spin, or did he get a nerf from the back there? I wonder if he had a bit of wheel spin actually there, and had to get off the power, which allowed Pillars to go on the inside and take the lead here in Azerbaijan then. So I'm wondering then if Patel there just got a bit too much torque there on those rear wheels then. So safety cars out there, Murphy's dropped down them positions there, had a bit of a nightmare start for positions. It's Flea there, he went through the grid like a hot knife through butter. Free is Iceman as well. Flea was his teammate there, is right in front of him as well. So that's unfortunate. Murphy, the biggest loser in that start line scenario there, unfortunately then. And what a shame indeed there for the championship leader, and a very difficult time indeed then for Murphy. Both Mercedes are down in 17th and 9th at the one there. They're also leading the constructors as it stands at the moment. Then that's going to be a big old dent then, isn't it? But I think they'll still be leading the constructors. Bailey Smith supporting a German podium perhaps then. Safety car on the second corner as well for Tommy there. Oh, yeah, I'm wondering if it's because Dan Murphy was facing the wrong way, but that safety car came out way too quick, didn't it? Very quick indeed. I was quite surprised by that one. Right then, so we're coming out to complete lap one then. We're waiting for Bert Mylander, who is parked at the exit of turn 2, is where the safety car was deployed, which is quite interesting to say the least there from race control. The safety car way too early in my opinion there, and perhaps they should have waited then. The back of the field there as well is just on board of Wilson at the moment. I know how much is Dan got any damage. I'm just taking a look at the front of the car there, and we got pit stoppers into the pits there. It comes at FIFA, and Shane is in the pits as well. Also Murphy is in the pits, and the championship leader are on board with the Mercedes now. And let's see what tires is going to go on then. Just taking a look then as well as Fleet there. No, we're sorry, this is FIFA beef there, changing those tires out of Renault. That's a very long stop there from the Renault guys, so just changing the nose cone. They're also changing the nose cone on the Alpha Tauri as well then. As you can see, look at that, it's very much is like clockwork, isn't it, in the pit lane. And Troy also in the pits as well. He's coming out of the pits as well, and so is Dan Murphy there, as they are just, I think they've also served their 5-second penalties in the pit lane under the safety car, which are rightly or wrongly depending on your point of view then. And Troy there is looks like you overshot the first corner there. I didn't see a penalty come out there for Troy, so he might be a lucky bunny on that one. But yeah, you're allowed to go over the start. You're allowed to go over the white line, of course, there, because of course that will be deemed a penalty for for being unsafe there, of course. So we've seen Rosberg there who overshot the line there. Was it 2009 Singapore Grand Prix? I think it was, wasn't it? Singapore exit there was very difficult, isn't it? A lot more difficult than this one, I have to say, albeit it is quite acute down there, isn't it? We're on board with Pillars then. Currently Pillars is win ratio so far this season. He started 6 races. He's had 2 race wins there for Pillars there. So 1/3 of his race he has participated in silver. He has won there. That sounds very impressive, isn't it? But of course he's only had 6 races so far, but he's on course then at the moment then. So he is in then from Potato, who's in second position there. Potato was leading the race for most of the Dutch Grand Prix, wasn't it? But it was another Ferrari. It was the Ghost Ferrari, wasn't it? Who pinched that on the line at the closest finish in ALR history on track anyway. But in terms of time, I think it's Australian bronze, wasn't it? Whereas Mike, who I think won by less than what the time was between Ghost and New Potato in the Dutch Grand Prix there. So yeah, we've got safety car then, as we've only just started this race, haven't we? We've still got 20 cars left in the race, which is a bonus, isn't it? And we're just on board now as well. Mark Smello in third position. I apologise to Mark Smello if I did accuse him off the start there, maybe going to the back of New Potato. I'm not sure about that, but I think looking back on it, I reckon it was possibly New Potato getting on the gas there too hard there and really spin the car. Of course, I've done it many times, to be fair. Of course, on the classic cars, you really do spin up the rear wheels, don't you? On board Gordo at the moment now. So Gordo in 8th position there, looking very strong at the moment. Flea is looking fantastic in 6th position as well. Great stuff indeed then is Flea's strongest performance so far. Can he now get himself some points as well? No one is in the pits on this second tour then as well, as just on board then with Fifi in Fifi that's a French dog, isn't it? We're on board with FIFA, I should say, and the Renault then, as he is now just behind Wilson at the moment then. So pit stops in the pits have been 4 cars so far. That's FIFA in 17th. We have Shane in the cars in the pits. Well, he's in 18th position. He's gone to medium tires. Troy on medium, and same with Murphy, also on medium tires then. Murphy has started on medium tires. He stays on medium tires, so he has to come in the pits then. Of course, you have to use 2 types of compounds in a dry race then, and there's no hint of rain at the moment. It's like there's lovely sunshine here in Baku, which is not far off the is it the Caspian Sea? Yeah, I think it is the Caspian Sea, isn't it? I believe, anyway. If I'm wrong, then there you go. My geography's appalling. On board then with Pillars at the moment. Then this win tonight, then of course, will do very well for himself in the championship at the moment, because he's 39 points back from Dan Murphy at the moment. He needs Dan Murphy to score low points. But I said that we're only round 8. We're only 8 rounds into this World Championship, haven't we? And he's been chipping away at Dan Murphy, hasn't he? Up until the Monaco Grand Prix, where of course Pillars had a bit of a difficult race, but now he is leading the race, and when he's out in front, he's a very dangerous man, isn't he? He's very much Sebastian Vettel-like, isn't he, in terms of he does control the pace, doesn't he? Pillars does that. When he's out in front, it's very difficult to stop him, isn't he? And I got to say, I'm very impressed indeed there Pillars has been since joining the silver gang then, isn't it? So we're waiting for the safety car to come in, which I'm hoping will be coming in at the end of the lap then, because we're all bunched up now, they're like a croc. They've all caught up to the back of each other then, as we've got a long crocodile, as we're now coming in. The safety car is still out at the moment, though, by the looks. And no, the lights are off then. I remember last night the safety car restart was very much a talking point, wasn't it? And here we go then, as we are now to go and get back racing in just a jiffy as well then. So when it's infamous Pillar's going to drop that hammer, then we're on board with the Ferrari driver wearing the Schumacher helmet from 2000 post then in his career. And let's see what Pillar's can do. And I love that helmet and Ferrari combination. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now then, is he going to get away? When is he going to get away then? When is he going to get away? Bernd Mailander is gone then. So it's now up to Pillars, and I think he's away. He is away. We're back racing here in Baku. Albeit we only done two quarters of racing up to that point, didn't we? And here we go again then. So look at this then. Pillars, Potato, Mellows, Andre. Then we got German as well then, as they're coming down into turn 1 as well then. Let's take a look at Flea having a look there on the inside of German then. And nothing doing just yet as well. And they're all coming into turn 1 then. Oh, Paynes has gone wide, and his teammate almost went into the side of him there. And Paynes is dropping back there. And I think Paynes has lost a bit of momentum there as well. And he's locking up the inside. The McLaren of Tormar Rosso's up the inside, but Paynes is still there. But Kingdom is now also trying to sneak through as well. We've got 3 cars there abreast, have we? No, we've got Paynes now back up in the second position as well. Got a bit of a rubbish camera angle, as Tormar Rosso's just trying to look up the inside as well there. Kingdom in 14th position, Baz 15th, Wilson 16th. Now we've got FIFA 17th, Shade 18th, Troy 19th, and Murphy right at the back of the field in 20th position at the moment then. And just resuming the Baz at the front then. Iceman, as FIFA is dropping down the order then. He's had a bit of an appalling launch out of turn 4 by the looks there. And he is now in 19th position, unfortunately, there for FIFA. Paynes leads. Second position is Potato. Third position is Mark Miller then. Mark Miller there at the moment is 8/10 second back. Then the gas is now starting to develop. Then FIFA's back in front of Troy. As there's some cracking battles at the back. And we're on board with Troy. As look at that, as Wilson seems to be the cork in the bottle there. He is 2.5 seconds away from Baz. And not sure what's happening now. Is Gurnman is dropping down the order as well. Serious Mushroom. As goodness me, oh goodness me, then there's a lot of action going on down here. And oh goodness me, and Gort just sniffing on the inside as well. Flea is now. That's Andre with no wing. Andre's got no wing there, and oh goes me, oh gosh, there is now off the track goes German, and now look at this as Flea is over the 4th position. He's having an incredible race. He's having a hero's race where oh goodness me, Gordo's in the wall. He is out. Oh, there's a ricochet. Look at this. There's incidents all over the show. Oh goodness me, and that's a McLaren. And McLaren has gone off as well. But it's Gordo who's out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Got a virtual safety car. Believe it or not, which I'm surprised with that. I think that was more of a slam dunk penalty than a penalty, a slam dunk. Gordo's left the session there. He's probably furious with that there. What a shame there for Gordo. He is out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. There's got a lot of pit activity here. I'm surprised this is a virtual safety car. It will be a full safety car. And German is also going to have to serve the 5-second penalty as well then. And now he is on the virtual safety car then. Goodness me then, that was just a ricochet of bad events, wasn't it? And it's so difficult when you've got no front wing there going through those fast kinks. German back out the pits while Wilson also changing tyres on the front nose, and he's coming out of the pits there in front of Andre, who had no wing at all, did he? And now they're back out on track. They would like to have had a full safety car, really, wouldn't they? Flea is up to a fantastic 4th position. Incredible stuff there from Flea there, as V Todd has been done for speeding under the safety car, and Dan Murphy has also gotten past Troy as well, and up at the 13th. Lovely stuff indeed there from Dan Murphy, as we're on board there with the championship leader there. He's making his way back through the field then. Good stuff indeed then for Dan Murphy. Kingso is also in the points away. He hasn't got a point yet in his season so far here in silver then, which is absolutely shock, isn't it? But of course he's only done 2 races. It's only his 3rd race, and we're on board with Iceman at the moment, and as he is now he's now chasing down Serious Mushroom at the moment. I'd say now fly through the very fast part of the circuit as well. Pillars is now 2 seconds in front of New Potato at the moment. Mark Smello there is really keeping tabs at the road on New Potato. Then Mark Smello looking at the race here, the two cars at the moment, and now they're coming out of turn 5 as turn 5. I'm nowhere near where I should be. Turn 16, I should say. And now both Williams is there. They were in close combat earlier on when they were back on board with Payne's there, brushing the inside of the barrel. Then we've got King's Home as well, who is also looking very lively as well as New Potato. As Potato's in the pits, that's where he's falling back there. So it's just there for Potato. We're on board with him, and yeah, the man who was on pole position is coming into the pits there just like last night. And the pole sitting around a couple of issues. Then we're on lap 6, and he is changing the nose cone there for Potato. What a shame now. And Murphy there is now at the inside. We've got yellow flags there as we got a yellow flag somewhere. What's going on in the background now? There's a Ferrari Troy who's coming into the pits as well, and Troy is back in. He's already been in the pits once, and now he's changing the nose gun again on that car 14. And it's very difficult times out there at the moment, isn't it? It's very and Jake Wilson also in the pits as well. Well, goodness me. Pillars there is leading by 3.5 seconds now from Mark Smith in second, with Flea in third position at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. And we've got Serious Mushroom in 4th position, Iceman in 5th there. And then we've got Itchy 6th there, Payne 7th. Troy has got a 5-second penalty. That's the second time he's done that tonight, unfortunately. So he is going to be. So he's been thrown at the. Thrown the book at him, then, hasn't he, so to speak? On board, Tormar Ross at the moment. He's got a lot of pace in this McLaren, but he's only down in 15th at the moment now. Gurman, of course, is in 14th position now. Of course, he's still got the same helmet design, haven't they? But they're on different tyres at the moment. As Gurman is on the hard tyres there, and Tormar Ross. Look at this, and Gurman's damaged the car. And Gurman has damaged the car, and he's giving a good old squeeze there as they come into turn 6 as well, and that's why Gurman is struggling. And now as Torma Rosso is up into a fantastic 14th position at the moment then, or it will be fantastic if we can get some points from there then. And a lovely shot here from the Ferrari then, as you can see, a lovely helicam shot there as we was just following up. Pillars said he goes across the line to complete lap 5, lap 6 I should say as well. And both Williamsons there are still in close combat at the moment, but it's King's Home who will be definitely in the touch and distance of these guys at the moment, aren't they? So as we're on board then with the Mercedes driver, you can see then we've also got Murphy who's passed Shane as well. Shane has dropped down to 9th position then, and just coming back to Murphy's also set the fast lap of the race, showing that he has got some pace on that Mercedes. He is back in the points then after a very miserable start into this race then. He is back in it then. Can he get a podium then from there on then? Of course, we've got 20 laps to go. There's a long way to go in this race. This is the second longest track on the Formula 1 calendar. Torma Rosso has also gone the fastest as well then, and back on board then with King's as well then. And you can see we start to have a bit of a queue for me now. Troy is now dropped behind Wilson, and Wilson is now back up into 18th position as well then. It's now in their own little battle at the back then, aren't they? As they probably need a safety car, don't they, to get themselves back in the running, so to speak there. Of course, anything could happen in this race, and so do not quit, everyone, because this is a long slog indeed then. Both Williamsons there are very much, oh goodness me, Itchy there going a bit wide then, and you've seen just in front of us, that was a Renault, that was Iceman doing a cracking job at the moment. And Flea is in 3rd position. He's having a fantastic drive out there at the moment, Flea is. I gotta say, this is brilliant stuff indeed. And of course, this is days like today, well, you say days like today, but Flea had a cracking qualifying. He's on the soft tyres, the only man on soft tyres then, as Gordo unfortunately is out of the race then. But but still, as look at that then, going very close then to the barrier there, Painters. But still, got Flea doing a cracking job out there at the moment then, and he is launching off the final corner very nicely. Well, turn 6 now I should say, very nicely indeed then, and he's got 6/10 of a second deficit at the moment, and back on board there with Paynes at the moment then, as Paynes there is now coming up to the back of Itchy. He is 5/10 of a second back at the moment, and now it's Gavin Dunner, and Jake Wilson's out of the race there. He has gone into the castle section, and just saying, look, we've also got Gurman there dropping behind Vitor as well. We've also got Paynes passing Itchy, his teammate. We've got a virtual safety car. That virtual safety car came out just after Paynes overtook there, and oh goodness me, then of course you've got to concertina up there, so you've got to make sure that you don't have any issues there. Shane is back in the pits there for the AlphaTauri as well then, so now mechanics, the AlphaTauri mechanics are waiting for him. He is going on to those hard tyres now, so those hard tyres going to get to the end of the race then. Now change the nose cone on that AlphaTauri, and away he goes. Well, lovely helmet by the way. DRS has been enabled, and we're back racing as well. Gurman then has got a drive-through penalty. Oh goodness me, V Todd is a drive-through penalty for ignoring, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Well, he's in the pit, so how can he? I'm not sure. He's been disqualified. VTOD, the man who's third in the championship, has been disqualified, albeit he was coming in the pit. So I don't have an earthly idea if it was for ignoring the drive-through penalty. He was coming into the pits. That's what I surmised it was, anyway. So I don't know how Codemasters has done that one. So VTOD has wrongfully been disqualified in this race, 10, and that is a shame now. That's a shame now. And Codemasters, I don't really rise on you too much, but you need to sort that out really, because that's unfortunate for VTOD, isn't it? And it's a race like this where you do score the big points, don't you? When it's with this stage, like say, it's where it's about survival, isn't it? So unfortunately for VTOD, he is out of the race. Both Williamsons are still Lionel Stern, aren't they? As we've got a bit of a queue for him, we've got a bit of a DRS train for him now behind. Well, I would say it's behind Flea, but it's actually behind Serious Mushroom there, who's a second behind Flea at the moment. There, so come out to turn 16 then, and here he goes. Well, both Williamsons once again are nip and tuck then, aren't they? As they're back on board now, it's Itchy's turn then. Of course, last time it was Payne's overtaking Itchy. Now it's going to be reversed. Roles are reversed. It's Itchy on Payne's then. As Payne's is pulling away though, isn't he? You can see he's deployed a bit of the overtake. Wow, look at that then. It's Murphy has passed as well. Going back to the Williams battle here. Then he's going to have a look on the inside into turn 1. He's having a look there, but of course it would be very silly to take off your teammate, won't it? Because that's one of the golden rules in Formula 1, isn't it? Do not take off your teammate, of course. And I don't think these guys were there, but of course it's the heat of the battle, isn't it? On board now, Vice-Man Swat, and we've got a good old battle here, and we Marshmallow and Infamous Pillars are now, as we got a lot of dicing going on here. As goodness me, that is we had a car in the pits. It was German in the pits as well. It was once again on a very difficult race. Toro Rosso is out of the race then, and that's a shame for Toro Rosso. That's a safety car. And I thought he was. He's in the middle of the course there. How is that happened there for Toro Rosso? He is out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. This is goodness me, there a bit like last night. There's a bit of a mess at the moment, isn't it? Goodness me. And as a Gurman is now coming on the pit, so he's time now. See, beautifully, wasn't he, Gurman now? So so he is now going to be on back of the pack. But Toro Rosso in the main straight there. What's happened there? As VTOD said, I went through the pits and served my penalty and got disqualified. I know it's within 3 laps there, but I think so unless VTOD took it on the 3rd lap, because that's been within 3 laps, but still, nevertheless, we was on board with him when he came through the pit lane. So I'm not sure if that's a Codemasters issue or not, then, but if that is the case, then I feel sorry for VTOD. But he was taking his penalty. He has left for session, VTOD. What a shame then for VTOD. Then he is out of the race here in Baku. What a shame for VTOD. He has been. Yeah, I think he's been cruelly robbed then, hasn't he? We're on board Pillars, and he is now coming into the pits, and the race leader is, and is now is Mark Smello going to come in the pits as well. We're on board Mark Smello, indeed he is, and Flea then is now we're on board Flea then, and what if he's going to come in the pits as well? And Tommy there has just had mind blown there. Whereas about VTOD's disqualification, or whereas about the fact that we had a McLaren just sprawled across the finish line there. Mark Smelder, the Haas team, are just coming on the pits while we just waiting for the Ferrari. Look how close that was! We almost had an overtake. We don't have many overtakes in the pit lane, but of course we did last season in bronze there between Gurman and I think it was Patel, wasn't it? Possibly. And now they're coming out of the pits now as well. Iceman, Dan Murphy is up in the 3rd position. Iceman leads Itchy a 2nd. This is an incredible race. Flea is out in 7th position. We've got Serious Mushroom, who is now coming out in 8th position as well. Flea has gone on to the medium compound tire. And look at this, there's Potato and Mushroom are racing. And then of course I think that it does depend on where they were on the safety car line, and I think that that will be Serious Mushroom getting at that position then. Baz in 11th position then. Got Kingzo down in 12th, but he's on the hard tire. Shane in 13th, Andre in 14th, Troy in 15th, and Gurman is in 16th position at the moment then. Absolutely incredible race indeed then. As Jonathan Duncan has said, let's go! Iceman, and he is currently he's the coolest man in the field at the moment, isn't he, Iceman is? As he is in the lead, isn't he? He's done 9 laps on those hard tires. He is not coming in for a very long time, Iceman, isn't it? So yes, and they're going to have to pass Iceman. They're going to have to pass Itchy as well. Murphy on the medium compound tires, and he is staying out, because I'm quite surprised the couple of medium runners came in the pits. So I thought the medium tires was going to go a little longer than that, but Murphy might be making a bold strategy call here as well, as he was at the back of the field at the end of the opening stage of this race, wasn't he? But now he's back in the 3rd position as well, and good stuff indeed then for Murphy, and that just shows never give up in Formula 1 in ALR, because we always have some strange races, don't we? And this might be one of them as well. just on board Gurman at the moment as the safety car is out now. I think it's going to be out for one more lap, I believe, as we are now catching up behind the Crocodile as well for Gurman. Yeah, Gurman on a very difficult season, isn't he, so far, really? He's shown the pace in qualifying. Actually, the first 2 races he was on song, wasn't he? But unfortunately, since then, he hasn't been on pole position since the second round in Bahrain, and really since then as well, it's just been kind of blowing hot and cold for Gurman, isn't it? Really, that's his best finish there, along with Monaco as well, where he's finished second twice in his silver career. But that's all he's had to write home about at the moment. Interesting stuff indeed. Then. So Tommy's saying, I wonder if the top 2 hards will hold their tyres all the way. I think that I'm sure that do they have to come in the pits is the question there. I think they haven't pitted there. Of course, you have to use 2 types of compounds. Iceman is in the pits there. Interesting stuff there from Iceman. So he felt that he ain't going to be able to make up the time that he would lose when we're under green flag conditions there. So Iceman is in the pits there. So that answers half your question there, Tommy. As into the pits there comes Iceman. He's now out of the pits there. And away he goes then. So he's down to the back of the Crocodile as well. So it's Itchy who is leading the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Murphy in second. Who would have thought that after the first lap then? The first round of safety car anyway. Goodness me then. It's right. Of course we had 3 safety cars last night. This is our second one. The second one at the moment then. Infamous Pillars is in third position. He was the leader and he is the highest man who is pitted under the safety car. Mark Smeller though is right behind Infamous Pillars as well. This is going to get very tasty indeed then, isn't it? And don't go anywhere, folks. This is going to be a cracker. We're coming up to half distance in this race. We're about 2 laps away from half distance. And let's take stock, shall we then? So everyone has been in the pits at least once, apart from this man who's leading the race, which is Itchy. And as we said, I'm surprised Iceman's come in the pits there, but I'm wondering. But as we said a minute ago, I think that's just so he didn't think he'd be able to gain the time if it was under green flag conditions there. But Itchy hasn't come in the pits yet, and I expect him to go a long way. I reckon he's going to go hard to soft fed. Do not quote me on that because I'm usually wrong on strategy, but that is my gut feeling, everyone. And of course, I do trust my gut quite a lot because it has served me very well in life. So then we've got a safety car. Hopefully it'll come in at the end of this and we'll be back racing here in Baku. It's been brilliant so far then. As the Gio said, grid more mixed up than the Italian Grand Prix. I gotta say that's quite a bold statement there, Gio, but I kind of agree with you. It's an incredible start into this race so far. We ain't even at half distance yet. We've lost 4 cars. Toro Moroso crashing on the pit straight somehow. I think there must have been another car involved surely. We've also lost Wilson as well in the Ocastle section, and Gio then who was on the who was coming up to these last sectors as well there, who ricocheted off the bars after all kinds of collisions going on. Vito got disqualified for not serving his drive-through penalty in time according to Codemasters. Right then, when is Itchy going to drop the hammer then? Of course he's on hard tyres then. Those tyres are going to be a little harder then to get up to temperature, aren't they? As he's waiting for him to drop the hammer. When is he going to drop the hammer? Lovely shot here as there is the entry of turn 6 and we're just seeing the exit out of turn 19 now. So incredible stuff, isn't it? So Itchy's gone. He's also caught me underway as well. We're back racing here as Pillars is now all over the backwards championship rival and protagonist at the moment there. And who's going to be the second season 2 silver championship? Well, who knows? Pit window is open for the hard tyres as they're coming down into turn 1 as well. Then Flea is having a look on the inside of FIFA Beef as well. Serious much now. And we've got McLaren and Baz having a look up the inside of paint there, but nothing doing there. And they've all got through turn 1 just about safely. And we've got Iceman in Gurman there at the back of the field at the moment, so we're going to see him coming from the field. Well, Gurman's already back from the field. He's back up in the 15th and it's around the drag race. Murphy is now going for the lead then into turn number 3, but not quite at the moment. Perry Itchy is in the water and he's recovering, and Itchy got in too deep. Gurman and Troy are side by side as well, and then Troy there is looking at us and and a bit of a nerf in there as well. And now Itchy is on the wrong part of the course. We've got Mark Troy, we've got Flea, and we've got FIFA as well. Oh my goodness me, they're coming into turn 4 and 5 and 6 there as well. I don't know what corner they're on, and they're almost locking wheels as well. Baz and Painter have also taken each other as well. FIFA's on the inside. Oh, that's a dive, and he is through. And also Serious Mushroom's got through as well. Flea is on the wrong part of the course there. He has the inside. Lovely shot from the Irish. Oh no, and Flea there going on the inside as well. And Baz there, who's also given enough as well. No, he hasn't, as it was happening then. A severe collision. Baz has got a 5-second penalty. I didn't think that was too severe, but there you go then. Penalties are a bit dodgy at the moment here. Kingdom's damaged the car. He is just damaged the car. He got a virtual safety car as it's all gone off here at the moment, hasn't it? Goodness me. And Troy in 15th and Iceman in 16th position as well. Kingdom's got damage there. Dan Murphy leads this race at the moment as the virtual safety car is out again. Then we're not on a good old flow in this race at the moment, are we? Itchy's got damage there to the end plate. Unfortunately, so that is a big blow for the Williams car. And he's going to have to come in the pit, surely, isn't he? And change that front wing. That is a big blow indeed. Then I'm just on board with Flea at the moment, and he is close to a serious mushroom, isn't he? You got to adhere to the Delta then, but look at Flea, that he is very much trying to he's trying to catch serious mushroom out of where here, and now we're back down here in Baku, and Flea is in the pits there, so he's damaged, has he? I think he has damaged Flea there, who was having a fantastic race. What a shame there from Flea. That was his best performance in silver, from my opinion. He's been brilliant, hasn't he, tonight? What a shame there for Flea so far. So we're half distance now then. He has got a long way to go, Flea. So we still got he's got Troy's back up the inside there. Troy and Gurman on a fantastic battle out there, and now Iceman is also involved as well. There is Iceman just popping out, and he is through because Gurman has got damage on that Haas there. There's an end plate gone there for Gurman, and once again then Gurman is missing a few pieces out of that front wing then. He's Ruben the wards at the moment. Anthony Kingdom was also out of the pits as well, as we've got Mercedes there bookending the front and back of the fields at the moment then. It's been a very difficult race for Mercedes so far, but at the moment, Dan Murphy is now back up and leading this race. We're on board Mark Smello, who needs to get by Itchy as quickly as possible, doesn't he? Because he is now being dropped quite considerably there from the front too. And Mark Smello has been in this battle, hasn't he, for the lead for most of this race, hasn't he? And now then it's Itchy then as we're coming out onto the fast part of the course. This is where it's going to get really dicey for Itchy there with the understeer on that car. Let's see what he does as well. And he's got to be very much keeping himself in the frame then, in a good frame of mind as he comes out to turn number 15 then. He'll have DRS. No, he won't have DRS yet, then will he? I think DRS is the end of this lap then. So then Mark will have DRS then on the back straight out turn 2 and 3. And now we're back on board at Mark Smith as well. And just taking a look, then we've also got Troy and Shane in close company as well. And goodness me, I thought Mark Smith then the understeer, I thought caught him up then. He was going into the barrier, not whatsoever then. And now then he's in the slipstream as well as we're gaining on Itchy then. DRS has now been enabled then, but he won't have it this time. He'll have it down the back straight. Oh, he's on the inside. He passes Itchy. Moves up into a third position then. Now has he got the pace out to get off the pillars there on the different type of compound as well. We got free abreast going down here, and it is we got Iceman, Shane and Troy, and look at this, Iceman diving on the outside. A great manoeuvre from Iceman, and he is now up into 11th position. Great driving there from Iceman, and he is now up into 11th position. Troy down in 12th position, and Shane in 13th position as well. Gurman is out of the race. What a shame there, and once again Gurman having a nightmare race then in silver. Oh dear, that's not good at all for Gurman, isn't it? I think that he was involved in a couple of scrapes as well. Gurman was in there. He is disappointed and bitterly disappointed he has left the session then as well. That 14 out of 26, we're down to 15 runners then in this race at the moment, and of course we've just lost Gurman. That also includes Tormar, also Wilson, Gordo and Vitod also out of the race as well. So of course Vitod for in the World Championship, then he'll be dropping down the World Championship. It's quite nip and tuck in silver, isn't it? It's incredibly close in the World Drivers' Championship as well then. As we're on board there with Serious Mushroom, and he's on a much better race as he has over the past couple of races as well, and he's also on fresher tyres as well. Currently he'll be in a net third position as it stands then when Murphy comes in the pits there, when Itchy and FIFA comes in the pits as well there. Good stuff indeed there for Serious Mushroom, albeit Murphy will be very much putting his toe down now, won't he, to try and stretch his advantage there, stretch his lead there. So he comes out then, so he comes out as high as possible, and I'm wondering then if Murphy is also thinking about going on to those soft tyres then for the remainder of the race then. And now FIFA is now gaining on Itchy. Itchy is carrying damage on that Williams, isn't he? But this is not a good time to pit for Itchy, is it? Because of course he's trying to get those hard tyres to go as far as possible. FIFA's at the inside. He passes Itchy. There in front of us is Mark Smello, and Itchy is through, passes FIFA, and no, it's the other way around. FIFA goes through, passes Itchy, and job is done. Job's a good one. And now FIFA up into fourth position on a fantastic drive on his return to Renault as he comes out of turn 2 then. So FIFA is just pulling away now. So now it's Serious Mushroom then all over the back of Itchy as well. Serious Mushroom needs to get by as quickly as possible because he knows that the deficit between himself and Murphy. Oh, he's almost getting sucked in there, isn't he? Or was that just me that being a bit too skittish? I think it's me being a bit too skittish there. And of course, Serious Mushroom knows exactly what he's doing now as they're getting a lot of purchase there out there as well. Lovely some DWs on the outside of turn number 5. That's not going to work out too well, I don't think. And look in the background, there's a new potato then who's had a difficult race as well, hasn't he? But he's in 7th position now then. This race is just turned on his head at lap after lap, corner after corner. Oh, goodness me, and torn of that then. And there's a bit of a nerve there as there's new potato there, almost went to the back there, and Baz there once again showing that he is hanging tough, isn't he, in this race at the moment, and he's up into 8th position at the moment. Lovely stuff there. 5/10 of a second away there at the moment. Then, as you can see, then is Serious Mushroom needs to make. He's dropping back there. He's almost a second back there. Is there a problem for Serious Mushroom? He looks okay in terms of damage, unless there's a different problem there for the racing point driver. I hope I haven't put the kibosh on him, have I? And that would be very disappointing indeed, when it's coming into turn 16 then. Gobble in front is now 4.4 seconds. Murphy is the second in front of Pillar, so he's out of DRS at the moment. Then Murphy is, and good. So he's keeping him at arm's width. And then Mark Smith is 4.4 seconds back then, and then FIFA is 2 seconds back. And then after that, it is this kind of these DRS trade, isn't it? They're all within the DRS, apart from Irish and Potato at the moment. Then, and now then it's Serious Mushroom then is gaining. He can't get by. Itchy's got quite a lot of speed on that Williams there, but there's Serious Mushroom got on the inside. He passes Itchy and moves up into 5th position. Itchy might have the perch there coming out of turn 1. Not quite as well. And now is Baz has also got by new potato as well. Baz once again showing he's a cracking racer, isn't he? Goodness me. And Baz there, as we already mentioned in qualifying, he is a very clean, one of the cleanest drivers in the field, isn't he? The yellow flag in the background is Shane has gone right off the track in turn 1 there, and he has damaged the car, hasn't he? He's done 9 laps on those hard tires. Not good at all there for Shane. Is now Serious Mushroom then, can he stretch out his lead, stretch out the gap then? Itchy then is still struggling on at the moment, isn't he, with this damaged wing? He is losing time out there, but he wants to stick to his strategy, doesn't he? He does want to compromise himself there, but the hard tire should get to the end quite easily now then. But I think that he might be having his heart set on going on to the soft tires, and of course till the end of the race. And of course we've got 10 laps to go in this race then, and yeah, we already know because Murphy's done 13 laps on those medium tires, and so they definitely go to the end. Itchy almost clunking the inside barrier there of the castle section as well. Look at this, and we got now a good old train performance. Flea's got by Shane. Shane's dropped down the order. Oh my goodness me, then is Baz. I thought he's going to have an attempt there going through these very fast left-handers coming down into the left-hander of 15 as well. Itchy there is really strong at this stage of proceedings, and isn't he? And I think he's just counted down the laps before he comes into the pits. Yellow flag, and there's for the AlphaTauri, I think. Shane there, who's really got no wing at all, as we've seen him out of turn number 1. Baz, then we're on board with Baz at the moment. As you can see DRS right on the money. Look at the cars in the back. Oh goodness me, it's a new potato though, isn't it? Who is very much on the fallen road. I think Itchy might be peeling off into the pits there, but it looks let's take a look that he is coming into the pits. I think he has, so he's leaving these two to it. Irish Potato is up into 6th position. Baz is down into 7th position in the McLaren, and then we got Paynes as well, followed by Andre and Iceman, of course, who pitted under the safety car when he was on the hard tires, and now he is paying. Now that is a big old payoff as well. Look at these 5 cars there, very much long as well. Itchy is on the soft tires, and as Shane is now crawled back into pit lane as well. Troy in 11th position, Flea is back up in the 12th position, and very much on course there for some good points as it stands moment there. Can Flea get some first points of the season? And oh goodness me, then look how concertina these guys are getting on. There's also a red up behind us as well, and the new potato now is trying to stretch out there, isn't he? He's trying to get in front of, he's got in front of Baz, and now he's trying to get out of the DRS zone before they get into out of turn 16. That's what his aim is at the moment, and he has done it then. So now new potato then, can he get after Serious Mushroom? It's a 2-second deficit he has got between himself and Serious Mushroom at the moment then. And as it stands at the moment, then I think a new potato with Vitar being disqualified from this race, unfortunately, and he potentially will be going back up to third in the Driver Championships. Lovely stuff indeed there. And now, if you're in third position or higher, you will get promoted to gold, of course. And of course, so that'll be good stuff indeed then for any one of those guys that does get promoted, because it'd be absolutely well earned there. On board, Paynes there is almost pushing Baz there, wasn't he? Goodness me, there, right underneath the rear wing of that McLaren, coming out of 16 as well. Look at those brake discs glowing then, and he accelerates as well, so I smashed myself in the face. And here we go as well. Paynes then is now in the DRS zone, and look at this then. You can see, make sure to get the understeer. Murphy's in the pits there with 8 laps to go. He is on the soft tires. That releases pillars. Now where is Murphy going to come out? He's going to have to do some overtaking. Murphy is here today, and I think that might have released pillars there. He is on course there for win number 3 of his career in silver, but we need to be more concerned about this battle here. So Stone did say, fly through me, goodness gracious me. Murphy there is weaving this way and that way. I don't think there's any way to go from this point in the moment. We're on board with Dan now then, and you can see in front then that is Iceman. In front of Iceman is Andre as well then, and Andre, I'm not sure, has Andre got damage then? Let's take a look then. He hasn't got damage, but he's just struggling at the moment, isn't he? And look at this, Murphy's all over the back of that Renault, isn't he? Goodness gracious me then. Oh, look at them flying past me as well. Wow, incredible stuff. Murphy is through, he's over to the 9th position, lovely stuff, and he passes Iceman, and next man on his target is Andre. And he is on 12 lap old hard tires, and DR is throwing the money with Baz has also got no DRS, and Andre's going with Murphy. It's gone on the inside, but he's gone way too deep there. And oh god, there's damage. Yellow flag in sector 1, and that's a red. That's a McLaren who's got damage there. And now they also, it's getting very messy in turn 2. And now we've got a Renault on the outside. Itchy's had a fast 7 8. There's Iceman is up in 2. He's got damage. So Iceman is over to 7th position with Andre down in 8th position, and Baz in 9th position there. Andre is on the inside into turn number 3. Oh no, and they've come the blows at it. He was getting very fast, and they keep driving into each other. Oh dear, oh dear. And well, Murphy regains that position more or less in the end there, but that was messy between Andre and Iceman, wasn't it? Very messy indeed. Shane's got as fast out of the race. Unfortunately, doesn't get the point at the moment now. Damage to Iceman, damage to Andre as well. I think there'd be a lot of tempers flying at the end of this race, wouldn't there? And I gotta say, perhaps any, yeah, I'm not going to judge that one too much because I'm usually wrong. But I think that unfortunately then that was looking a bit feisty between Andre and Iceman, wasn't it? On board with a new potato at the moment then. Paint is number 6, a fantastic race, isn't he? Really good stuff indeed, and a fantastic drive from Payne, isn't it? Lovely stuff indeed. I gotta say, Mark Miller's really keeping infamous players at arm's length, but I think that he is too far back at this stage of proceedings. FIFA Beefy's still out there at the moment now, and well, I think that the time has been passed. Flea is now for the 10th position now in the Red Bull. Lovely stuff there from Flea, and really doing a good job as Andre is out of the race, out of turn 15, and he is done then. Andre once again, and he seems to be win or bust at the moment, isn't he? As unfortunately that is his unfortunately, that is actually his third DNF for this season, isn't it? So what a shame now for Andre. That's a big blow there for the Red Bull driver. He seems to yeah, it's a very difficult time here for Andre at the moment, isn't it? He's a very quick driver, just can't get to the end, can he? Iceman is in the pits then, and in the runner. He's going to drop out the points, I think, Iceman is, and he's been having a fantastic race up to this point. Andre has left the session, a big blow there indeed. As Andre said, what is Iceman doing? Then came to blows at this corner here, didn't they? Unfortunately, and yes, it was very heated out there, wasn't it? Iceman is back out of the pit lane now. He's on the soft tires in 12th position. Kingzo in 11th position at the moment. Itchy in 10th position now. He's a second away at the moment there from Flea, and so Flea doing a cracking job then. His strongest performance of the season so far, and good stuff for Flea. And then hats off to the young Red Bull driver. So 5 seconds to go at the moment, and I've got to say, FIFA Beefy is hanging on splendidly well on those hard tires, isn't he? 17 laps on these hard tires Flea has done, and I've got to say, that's an incredible stint now from Flea. Really, really well done indeed then. So we're now coming down. So now then coming down then into turn 15 then as a serious mushroom. Oh goodness me, there he almost got on the curb there, didn't he? I thought he's going into the wall. Look, FIFA, he's on a marathon on those hard tires, and he's doing a splendid job then. Murphy is now gaining hand over fist on these guys here. Now New Potato then probably wants to get by as quickly as possible, because he can see, probably knows that Murphy is coming out because he's on the soft tires, of course. And now we're on board then, and now Irish Potato then is gaining on Serious Mushroom then dropping down the order. Then he is now down into 5th position, but this is still a cracking drive from Serious Mushroom there, as he is getting himself back into the thick of things as well. And of course with FIFA Beefy just in front, I think that this is not over, is it? By a long shot then, and Serious Mushroom can hang on there. Perhaps then he can, FIFA Beefy might wrong foot there, New Potato, and Serious Mushroom might come back over. Oh, he doesn't even need FIFA, does he? Because looks like he's slipstreaming again. Then he is now going to go on the inside in the turn 3. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between Serious Mushroom and New Potato, and he's now on the inside. He's passed, and back up then into coming to 4th position now. Back on board then with now Itchy then, who has also come back through the field as well. He's also lost down. He's also lost. as he, I'm not sure if he changed his front wing or not, but whatever the case is, he's still got damage as well, and he's also on a bit of lag going on as well. We'll leave him to it for now. And here it is, and look in the background there, that black Mercedes, that is Dan Murphy there. He's a second and a half away at the moment. As look at this, as Potato then is basically where he started before then. 21, we've got 5 laps to go then. There's going to be a lot of tears, I think, in this race then, still to come then. We've got 14 cars left in this race then, with Troy on soft tires, Iceman on soft tires, Shane on soft tires, Itchy also on soft tires, and also Murphy as well. They're having a sprint finish here in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Good 70 as they come down into turn 15 as well. And look, now they're just watching FIFA then, who is, look at this, and he's struggling at the moment, isn't he, FIFA? Of course, he has done 18 laps on these tires. If he's going to go to the end, he's got to do another 5 laps then. At least that's going to be 23 odd laps by the end of this one. And look at this, FIFA can sense him coming, can he? Serious Mushroom hasn't been on the podium for a couple of races now, has he? And now then he is on the podium position at the moment. As Serious Mushroom now has passed FIFA and moved over to full position. Look at Irish there. Irish also trying to pass him as well. As once he was in DR, so I think that FIFA News is going to be in trouble there, as he's on tires that are going to be very old indeed. Then FIFA is down into 5th position then, and now the battle for 3rd position will resume then between Serious Mushroom and New Potato. Only this time Serious Mushroom hasn't got DRS anymore, so it's going to get very interesting indeed then. And now we've got Murphy. We're back on board with Murphy as well. Then it's FIFA FIFA and Pains are also in front of us as well. Pains is on the outside. Is he going to go into the wall? No, he goes a bit wide, but that's why Murphy's got more purchase, more traction on those soft tires. But goodness me, Payne just trying to go to the inside and and try to get through, but Murphy was done. The move was done and dusted. Good stuff indeed, as he is now back up in the 6th position. Murphy is on a very troublesome race indeed. The yellow flag in one there is one the Red Bull. I think one the AlphaTauris are having a couple of issues in the back as well. I think that's Shane, isn't it? As now on board there with Murphy, then so he's coming all over the back of FIFA Beefy at the moment. FIFA Beefy is on very worn tires. And I've got to say, those tyres will not pass an MOT test. They won't pass any kind of test at all at the moment. There is hardly going to be any rubber on those hard tyres at the end of that. Goodness me, then. They won't be good for your coffee table, though, perhaps. And now we're coming into 15 as well, then. So Murphy there is now starting to line up FIFA Beefy. We've also got Serious Mushroom lining up. Look at those brake discs glowing on the AlphaTauri. It's beautiful, isn't it? Becca Jones, come on, Pillars. As Pillars is currently leading the race by 7.2 seconds, I should say, then. As look at this, and Serious Mushroom there is feeling the pinch. Murphy is also giving FIFA Beefy a bit of a pinch as well. He is through, and he is up into 5th position. Lovely stuff indeed there from Murphy, and he has passed it. As FIFA there is just trying to keep up there, but I think as look in front of us, we need to look in front of us. It's Serious Mushroom who has dropped down into 4th position, as an Irish Potato is back up in the 1st position. He went a bit deep there into turn 1 there, and look at this then, it's Serious Mushroom there is trying to get himself back on the podium then. He has been on the podium for a while. As he look at his overtake is lit up, as you can tell, because he's green on the steering wheel as well. He overtook Potato this time, last time, or the time before. He's going to go to the inside, and not this time then, as they come down to turn 5. Murphy on the soft tires then as well. He has the tire advantage, doesn't he? And we'll see how that goes as well. Paynes there is in 7th position, but now can he get himself up to 6th position? A strong drive for Paynes today. Really good stuff indeed there. As Flea is still, I think Flea at the moment is my driver today. He's on a fantastic race out there, isn't he? Been in the top 10 more often than not in this race, and he's he's been very impressive indeed. Apart from that issue in the safety car, he's been absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Sam saying this is going to be interesting. It really is, isn't it? Between Potato, Serious Mushroom and Dan Murphy, the quality of drivers in that battle alone is absolutely amazing, isn't it? And look at this, Murphy's all over the back there of Serious Mushroom as well. And Mushroom, this is a strong performance. This is the strongest performance since the Vietnam Grand Prix. It's also the last time that Murphy won a race as well, isn't it? So good stuff there from Serious Mushroom. Then look at Potato, then he is pulling away down as well. Yellow flags into it. The 2nd Mercedes of Kingzone has gone into the wall then, and he was close to the points there as well. So that's a shame for Kingzone. He is out of the Azerbaijan race as well, and that's a shame for Kingdom. Then it's on his return drive. It's been a bit difficult, hasn't he? But he's been there or thereabouts, hasn't he, for points. And they've all moved up position. And Iceman 20 seconds outside the points at the moment. And if it could have now on 24 out of 26, Murphy is now gaining on the back. Then and look at this, and he's side by side, and he is through and up in the 4th position. Or is he? He is through. He's up in the 4th position. And look at the background there as well, as Paynes has passed the FIFA on the outside. Then and of course that was about a tyre advantage then, and FIFA down in 7th position. He's now got 7-second deficit between himself and Baz, who is in 8th position at the moment. Look at stuff from Baz as well. Murphy's in the son of New Potato as well now. New Potato then is 6.5 seconds away from Marksman. Pillars then going for his third race win in a row then, which now, third race win of his career, which equals Dan Murphy's race win record as well in silver. 3 apiece then between these two legendary drivers. Great stuff indeed. It's going to be an epic battle then, isn't it, to the end of the season. I am loving this as they clump over the curbs as well, as Itchy is in the pits. Itchy's had a problem. He's coming to the pits there for the Williams driver, and that is a shame then, isn't it? So for Itchy, but he might be able to get some points still, as he has come out he's coming out there just behind Iceman and Shane as well. Let's see about the pace advance as well, but Iceman back in the points then after he had damage there, coming to blows over himself and Andre. So this is a close battle on track as well then, as we are in the twilight of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Remember, tomorrow night we are back live once again for as Troy's out of the race, and Troy out of the race then the Ferrari as he was near the back of the field. So that's a shame there for the Ferrari driver. Anyway, going back then, yes, we got the bronze race tomorrow night as well, haven't we? I've got to say, bronze is set up absolutely nicely, isn't it? We got several contenders there, haven't we, for the crown, and I'm loving it, isn't it? Energetics are very much similar to Marks Mello in silver. He was absolutely incredible. He was invincible in Monaco, as the Energetics was. Now let's see then if he can now battle on then. But anyway, we'll come back to that minute because Murphy is through. He passes Potato. He is on the podium down here, and we might look back at this race and it might point to this race as the race where Dan Murphy potentially might save this championship, maybe. Or we might look at this race as one where Pillars actually got himself the championship. Or maybe we'll be looking at this race and thinking that someone else like Marks Mello, who might be sneaking back in championship contention as well. It's so early on the season, albeit we're on round 8 still, where the championship is taking effect, isn't it? But there is a lot of things left to play for us now. Iceman is now in 10th position. Flea is in 9th position, on course for his first points. He's had 2 points in his career so far. Flea in silver, and he's now on course for another 2 points. So he had 2 points in last season as well, didn't he? So now then Payne's in Serious Motion really showing for pace at the moment, isn't he? Itchy coming back into the pits as well for the Williams team then, and I think that's also Itchy out of the race as well then on lap 25 out of 26. What a shame for Itchy. He was leading the race at one point, wasn't he? And it just didn't come to play for him, did it? So down to 11 cars, and Shane is now 4.7 seconds away from points then, and it's going to be interesting then. So there's going to be 1 car as it stands moment who will not be getting a point then. I know, we're quite disappointed with their efforts after it's been a marathon of a race, hasn't it? This has been an epic race from my point of view. Anyway, it's been brilliant once again then. As we said though, of course, we got ALR's got one more stop tomorrow night for bronze, haven't we? And looking at very focused, that I must say that it's going to be cracking, isn't it? As we're now coming out of turn 13 as well, and I've got to say, Serious Mushroom's got some serious pace out of turn number, itches after session now, turn number 16 as well there. And Serious Mushroom, that pace might help him now. The acceleration on that racing point is fantastic, but look at this, and the tenths are coming down the left hand side tower. Look at this, 2/10 of a second, 2.5 tenths, 2 3/4, 1/10 of a second, and he's got it inside. Flea has dropped down into 10th position. Look at this, he's going at the inside, contact, he has spun it, and Payne's there has spun it, and Serious Mushroom now has carried on then. Flea, who's oh no, Flea's got a problem there, he's damaged the nose cone, that's a lot of damage as well, and Flea, and I've given him the commentator's curse as well, and they're going to be really cursing me, and they now Flea, what a shame there for the Red Bull driver. He's had a fantastic race, and now Shane might be able to get some points after a bit of very difficult race set. No, so that's a shame there for Flea. Flea's going to limp on though, because he's got 1 more lap to go for Flea, but Shane is bearing down there. Summer lap old soft tires, medium tires for Flea, but no wing. Look at that, he's going deep already into turn 1. Now it's going to be it's going to be fascinating then, isn't it? Shane there with all his bits pointing in the right direction, and Flea has got no bits at all on that front wing, has he? And look at this, he is already in DRS zone. Was he in DRS zone? He wasn't in DRS zone as he crossed the white line there, was he? Goodness me then, and of course we're going to keep an eye on this going all the way to the line there as well. And here is Pillars there. He has been absolutely, well, as his name said, he has been famous or infamous today. He has been incredible, fantastic for Pillars. Really well done indeed then. And as he now comes up to the line as well, and this will be Pillars' 3rd race win of his career and his 3rd race win of the season. Pillars are accelerated to the line, and he wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, his 3rd race win of the season. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Mark Mello there is now in 2nd position then, as Murphy, a great fighting drive after a difficult race in 3rd position then. Potato in 4th, with Serious Mushroom in 5th position there in the racing point. Sixth position there is Payne's there. Seventh, he's got a 5-second penalty though, which is going to drop him down then into 7th position then. So FIFA now back up into 6th position then. Baz in a cracking 8th. Oh, he's also got a 5-second penalty as well, but that shouldn't be too bad as Iceman is now coming into 9th position as well. And he's got 21-second deficit over himself and Iceman. Great drive from Baz, great drive from Payne's, great drive from FIFA as well. Here comes Iceman as he's coming to the line as well as Sam said, Payne should have waited for the next 2 DRS zones then, as that was unfortunate there. Now Shane coming through in 10th position, and Flea so close yet so far for Flea as he is going to finish just outside the points, but what an effort. Shane finishes 10th then, and Flea will finish in 11th position as well, as just 1 lap short there of getting his first points of the season as well. But Pillars has got his 3rd race win of the season in the Ferrari. Fantastic stuff indeed there from Pillars, and of course 3 apiece now between Pillars and Dan Murphy in terms of the race wins this season in silver. It's been a cracking season so far, isn't it? Baz there rightfully deserves a Driver of the Day's award then. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Payne's got a 10-second penalty there for something he doesn't agree with. So Payne's, if you throw that into the incident report there, and of course the admins will take a look. Of course I'm saying that because I don't have to take a look. Anyway then, there it is then. Pillars are on top form again, isn't he? And another race win then to add to his collection of race wins this season. He's been fantastic, hasn't he? Championship rival on the 3rd step of the podium, and Mark Meadow is starting to sneak in there, isn't he? And another great performance there from Mark Meadow. Final classification then from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix looks like this. Pillars there, brilliant drive to win the race. 2nd was Mark Smello. Murphy in 3rd position, a great drive there from Murphy. Potato, another great drive as well in 4th position. Serious Mushroom in 5th position. 6th is FIFA Beefy, cracking stuff. Payne's in 7th position. 8th position is Baz, also getting drive today. Iceman in 9th position. And Shane getting fastest up and 10th position as well. So 2 points there for Shane and the AlphaTauri team. Lovely. Flea in the 11th position as well, just outside the points of retirements. Itchy, Troy, Kingzo, Andre, Gurman, Tomarosa, Vitod, Jake Wilson and Gordo all retired then from this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Lovely stuff indeed then from all those guys out there. Really good stuff indeed then is Oh, as unfortunately, as I just covered, as we're now getting into the interviewees and stuff like that. So we've got Pillars then, who has joined us in the gantry as well, and great stuff indeed. And also, Murphy's got a problem with his old PlayStation at the moment. Then I'm trying to work out who finished second. Mark's Mello was excellent stuff indeed then. I can't even remember. Are we going to invite Mark's Mello in, are we?
I have already invited him, mate.
Oh, excellent stuff indeed. Very, very well done indeed. Anyway, and excuse that bit of production stuff going on there in the Oda gantry there. Anyway, enough about that then. As we got a comment there. Greetings from Azerbaijan there from Emil. Hello. Anyway then, infamous Pillars, your 3rd race win of your career and of the season. Well, you've equalled Dan Murphy's race win and record after 8 races this season. It's looking very good between yourself and Dan.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, we're still not giving the viewers what they want between me and Murphy with the battles we're having, but no, I'll take the race win today. Azerbaijan is one of my greatest tracks, so yeah, how could we get that win? So yeah, good go.
Oh, it's a showman there. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And I got to say, you looked like you was in control of that race, really, wasn't you? Was you concerned about Mark Smello behind you?
I was when I got wing damage until the safety car came out. I went pretty much to the square for the castle section. Gave myself a little bit of wing damage, but I was concerned, and then he dropped off before the safety car came out, so then I was fine again. The big one was the restart. Obviously I had Itchy in front and Dan, so I had to make sure I got at least one of them, which obviously Itchy let me free pretty easily. But yeah, then it was just a matter of trying to stay in Dan's DRS, but you know, nothing as Stardust can't handle me.
Lovely stuff indeed though. Well done Pillars, very much on song then. Dan, I've got to say, it was looking pretty grim for you at the start of the session there. You was facing the wrong way. I'm not sure what happened to you at the start there, but a great comeback drive there to finish 3rd.
Yeah, I got tagged in T2 and someone spun me around and broke my wing, so it wasn't a great start. I think if I started where I qualified, maybe I could have given Pillars a run for his money, but it was just a recovery game for me today, and I managed to recover quite well.
It was a very good drive indeed there, coming up from the back of the grid up in the third position as well. And also hats off to New Potato, who did a similar thing as well. And Mark Mano, unfortunately, doesn't want to speak to me, but I don't blame him at all. But another great drive from Mark Mano as well. First last week and second this week. He's on song, isn't he? He's the man on form. Right, that is it for Silver tonight then. Of course, Silver will be back in action for the Canadian Grand Prix next week. Remember, tomorrow, bronze is on there from 7:30 UK time. It's going to be fantastic, isn't it? Because I say bronze is all up in the air, isn't it? We've got Energetics, we've got Farf, we've got Velocity, we've got Red Bull, we've got everyone in there battling away for the championship at the moment. Join us 7:30. See you later. Goodbye.